shit.
Stop playing with me, Dre.
DJ K.
I'm doing up shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with up shit. Type shit. Activity. I'm doing up shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with up shit. Type shit. Activity. Posted up on the island with a bitch. They call me up, cause I ain't on that dumb shit.
What up, people? Welcome back to Unc Be Streaming with your favorite Unc, not the Uncle Bad Touch, but the Uncle Good Time. Chilling today on this fine. I want to say today is Tuesday, on this fine Tuesday. Sometimes I be losing track of time, man. Like my days start blending together. I'm retired, so every day seems kind of similar because I don't like gotta go to work and stuff. So I kind of do the same things. I work out. I work on some videos. I might go live. I got like a little pattern now. I get my days mixed up. Anyway, hope y'all having a great day. I don't know if you're at work, about to get off work, on your way to work, but welcome to the channel. Before we get started, like, subscribe, comment, and please share. Like, subscribe, comment, and please share. It doesn't cost you a penny, not a single fucking penny, and it helps the channel the most, and it helps the channel grow. I have other channels before. I had this channel at first, but I stepped away from it. Now I'm back, but I haven't streamed on it in a while, so we need to get me back in the algorithm, please. That's why your likes, your subscription, your comments, and all that really help out a lot. If you want to support the channel, the cash app's right there, $Unbe Streaming. $1 on up, anything is greatly appreciated. We go directly to funding the channel for the software, hardware, and apps and various things I need to give you the channel that I'm presenting to you today. And also, I wrote a book. The book is called Truth and Reality Undefeated, The Gender War. It's available on Amazon. You can get it in Kindle format if you want to read it on apps. You can get it in paperback if you like to hold a book in your hand. You can get it audio book if you're a busy person on the move and you like to listen to books while you're working out, driving, commuting to work, etc. It's very inexpensive. If you got Amazon Prime, in certain formats, you can damn near get it for free. So there's that. So with that said, we are going to get to the show. The show's already starting pretty much an hour later than normal, but I was tired. I was tired. I woke up early, couldn't go back to sleep, but I was like, I can't get up, so I kept like trying to go back to sleep, I finally probably fell back to sleep at like 1:40. And then woke up like at 3 something, like shit, okay, there's that. But I'm here now. And that's how life be lifing. So there's a thing going on around out here on these TikTok streets, right? As we know, TikTok is a cesspool. That's why I was excited. I was legitimately excited when Trump was saying he was going to get rid of TikTok. I was all for it. And then I got pissed when he kept giving him another shot. I was like, oh.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Because it's a feminist stomping ground. You know, it's the land of misandry. Women can get on there and say anything and everything about men, And if you have like a channel or a page that's remotely close to some shit like theirs, your shit getting canceled quick. Sorry about that. I'm cooking my daughter something in the air fryer. So, but yeah, you get canceled quick. But anyway, there's this thing on TikTok now going on called the chopped man. Chopped like chopped with an axe. Pretty much it's saying the ugly man. We don't heard multiple times before through various studies that women find somewhere between 70 and 80% of men unattractive and only like 20 to 30% attractive. That's been shown through the left and right swipes on various dating websites. So finding someone attractive or unattractive, of course, and saying they straight up chopped are two different things. Could chop pretty much mean you fucking fugly. You fugly, you mugly, you ugly, and you bugly. So it's a chopped epidemic. An epidemic is a strong word, by the way. Very, very strong word. It's a chopped epidemic. It's an epidemic of chopped men around here. Now, I'm married, and I've been called a lot of things, but I ain't been called ugly. Even when people be mad at me, they can say I wouldn't date you because they don't like the stuff I say, especially on these YouTube streets. But the thing is, I'm already married, and if I was single, I know how to present myself and conduct myself with a woman I have an interest in, so that the things I say and do won't turn her off. Because what a person say can make them unattractive, but what they say honestly can't make them ugly. Oh yeah, I give you a ranch on this new channel. I forgot that I switched over um, to my other channel. So let me take care of that real quick. There we go. So we got that taken care of. Ranch it in chat. All right. So, like I say, saying someone's not your type, cool. Saying you don't find that person attractive, cool. But saying they chopped. Oh yeah, my mic doing that weird shit again. Chopped. That's fucking nuts. But that's the thing now. So I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. And by the way, the women that did right have the audacity, because it was definitely audacity to diss chop shit. Of course, the internet tore them up, because the thing about stuff like that is that if you do it, that you are a good-looking motherfucker. You a good-looking mother trucker. You best to be gorgeous. So this is somewhat where it all started.
I'm in the war on the side of the chop man epidemic girl. She's right. Y'all are ugly, you don't put effort into your appearances, you don't have hobbies, and you expect women to want you. And you're gonna screenshot pictures of me and her while she's talking in an effort to make her feel ugly, when in reality, you would cry of happiness if me or her or any of the women in her comments section touched you with a 10-foot pole. Why? Because you're a virgin. And let me make one thing clear. I'm not saying this applies to every single person who might disagree that there's a chop man epidemic. All I'm saying is, men didn't used to have to put that much effort into having an actual personality because they had a bank account. And until the 1980s, women couldn't own those. We couldn't even own our own businesses until the 90s. So you have to put more effort into being an actually cool person in order for people to want to spend time with you. Going and calling every woman you see that you don't like ugly isn't doing your track record any favors. Go read a book or something. I don't know, play a game.
So yeah, that's one of the women that, of course, went on a rant about the chop man epidemic. Just an epidemic of unattractive men out here. And I think, like I said in the title, is it a chop man epidemic or non-select women created something that's a coping mechanism? Kind of like taking your ball and going home when you weren't picked to play on the team anyway. Saying you quitting the team when you didn't make the roster. Quitting your job when you heard through the grapevine that I was gonna fire you anyway. Chopped. It's a chop man epidemic. Again, that doesn't affect me because I don't consider myself chopped. Never been considered chopped. I'm not for everybody. Let me make that clear. I'm not gonna act like I'm fucking a sex symbol or some shit. But I ain't never just been called conventionally ugly. So, also I'm already married with 4 kids. So chopped or not, I got what I want. And of course, if I was single, it wouldn't matter. It's a chop man epidemic because I don't date men, so the looks of men wouldn't matter to me. However, as a man, I just feel the need to highlight this story and let men know what's going on out here. But also, I feel like sometimes a need to defend my gender to some of this foolishness.
Oh my God!
80% of men are chopped. But not that, but just it's a chop man epidemic, right? That's what's being said. That's the words on the streets. Man, people do anything to cope. It's really comfortable to say the reason this is me in the woman's voice. The reason I don't have a man is because it's a chop man epidemic, and so many of these men are chopped, and that's why I don't have one. That sounds a lot better than saying I don't have a man because I don't know how to cooperate. I'm not fun to be around. I'm not pleasant company. I'm not a good companion. I don't know how to be a wife. I don't know how to submit. I might be a little frumpy. I might be a little chopped myself. Can't say that. I said that the other day, I'm gonna say it again. People come with this stuff, but all this shit has to start with the man or the woman in the mirror. You have to start with the man or the woman in the mirror. But that's hard for a lot of people. It's very, very hard. Let's see if we can pull up another one. Again, it's like I said, it's TikTok, cesspool, it's a chopped epidemic. Fellas, y'all ugly out there. It's an epidemic of y'all ugly ass faces. And the ladies, tired of it. I guess that's for you single guys. They're not talking to me because I ain't on the goddamn dating market anyway. So single guys that's out there, the ladies are saying y'all chopped as fuck. Yeah. Before we get into the next video though, I just want to say, I've been saying this for a while. I'm gonna say it again. The vast majority of people are 4s, 5s, and 6s. If you're gonna use the number scale, a lot of people don't like it, but fuck your feelings. It's just an accurate way to kind of size things up, since people like to, you know, call people chopped and stuff. A 4 is slightly below average. Let me start at average. A 5 is average. The person ain't ugly at all. They're not drop dead gorgeous. They're not gonna walk in the room and just snap necks and turn necks and things of that nature. But they're not ugly. A 5. Average. It's an average woman, average man. A 4 is slightly below average, aka fuckable. Y'all heard that term. What she look like, man? Is she pretty? Is she fine? Is she bad? She fuckable.
Oh my God.
That's a 4. A 6 is slightly above average. So a 5 is average, 4 is slightly below average, and a 6 is slightly above average. Through observable reality, I've came to the conclusion that 60 through 70% of people on this planet are 4s, 5s, and 6s. Say again. 60 to 70% of people on this planet are 4s, 5s, and 6s. I really gonna just say 70. 70% of 4s, 5s, and 6s. Then another 20 is 3s and down. Now they chopped. And another 10% is 7s on up. That's why the really, really, really attractive people stand out so much, because you don't really see them like that. Now, we live in a world now where, due to confidence and self-esteem and believing yourself, yeah, a lot of people strutting around that's thinking that they more than what they are. But it's funny that these women came up with this concept of the chopped man epidemic, when the honest truth, I firmly believe that a lot of these fucking chicks are ugly as fuck. We just don't say it. See, men think these women ugly too. Women, y'all understand, we think a lot of y'all is busted, chopped, whatever you want to call it. But we don't see no gain to saying it. Because the simple fact is, come needs be, we ain't got no problem chopping down a chopped chick.
Oh hell no!
We would chop down a chopped chick, straight up. Especially she, you know, we made terms like butterhead. Everything look good, butterhead. I used to say this little thing, body of a goddess, face from hell. But we know y'all chopped. We just understand that if you chopped, That don't mean where my sound at? You know, I'm gonna let the soundboard do you. Wrong sound. But that works too. But yeah, but just because you chop don't mean we don't understand that your vagina is fully functional. It might even be a good time. So we're not about to write off every woman that we think is foes and stuff, fives, because we'll be writing off the bulk of y'all. But I guess women don't mind doing it. Because I guess if you're 4, 5, and 6 in their area, then you're chopped. They're already been writing off 80 to 70% of men anyway. But how's that working out for them? When you be so superficial and write off that many of the opposite sex, you're 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up dating the same man. If women find 20% of men unattractive, if they find 80 to 70% of men unattractive, there's gonna be some overlap in the dating market. That's why the guys they generally want usually have a rotation. When you going with somebody that everybody want, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find yourself in a rotation. And on the man side, if you're going for the 8s and the 9s and the 10s, if you're going for a woman that everybody want, you might find yourself in a rotation. Or if you're not in a rotation, you're gonna be constantly having to outbid people. And by outbid, you invite her to this restaurant. Well, somebody else done invited her to a trip to Miami for 4 days. If you want her time that weekend, you're gonna have to overbid that guy. That's the shit you find yourself doing for 8, 9s, and 10s. Because they're gonna go with the BBD, the bigger, better deal. You know? Which I can't blame them. Us men, we say all the time, women, utilize your prime, utilize your youth, utilize your best time on the market to get what you want out of life. At the same time, though, don't waste and squander that shit. Don't play too much, because that time ain't forever. And that's where a lot of women get caught up. 7, 8s, and 9s and all that. They be having a great time. Life is amazing, but they don't understand that time ain't on their side. Time ain't on nobody's side, but it's definitely more against women in the dating market than it is men. Then they get to aging out. And once you're in your 30s, the guys with the money and the stuff can do the things you want. They not checking for you. They looking for the next 22, 23, 24, 25-year-old 7, 8, 9, or 10. Now, if you are 8, 9, 10, and you 30-something, oh, you still gonna get some motion. Oh, you're gonna get some work. You're gonna get some action. You're gonna get some man. You're gonna get some suitors. But the problem with that is the older you get, the more your quality of suitors is going to decrease, the quality wise. So yeah, it's a chopped epidemic of men. It's a chopped men epidemic. But the honest truth is, I just think vast majority of people, like I said before, on this planet are 4s, 5s, and 6s, slightly below the average, and slightly above average. It's not just a whole bunch of motherfucking goddesses and gods walking around this shit. So we got another spokesperson for the chop epidemic.
The craziest thing about the war going on against the chopped man epidemic girl is that she's actually quite beautiful. Hello? She's actually quite beautiful. Like, actually, dare I say, more than conventionally attractive. But you guys are brain-rotted gooner freaks. And proving her point. You're proving her point. All you guys do is goon. You goon to weird looking alien plastic surgery messed up looking corn stars on Twitter, or freaky little anime characters that look like they're 5 years old. But actually, if my sister was reincarnated as a slime, the character is 14,000 years old, so technically she's over 18. You guys are fucking weird. Normal human women don't have lips so big they look like they could explode if you chewed too hard, and a nose so small that you can't even breathe. Okay? Sorry, you guys are just weird gooner freaks and you don't know how to get off to a normal looking woman because you're so used to weird shit on the internet. And you don't have any hobbies. And the craziest thing is women's standards are a lot lower than you think. All you have to do is maybe go to the gym a little bit, take a shower, and have a nice haircut. And guess what? There are cures to male baldness. There are so many cures to male baldness. You don't have an excuse. Get some rosemary oil, get a scalp massager, and get on Rogaine. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, they're hating us for things we can't control. Yeah, you can control male baldness. You can control your beer belly, and you can control your off-putting, strange personality that you have because you don't have hobbies. So figure it out. And I bet you guys are going to come in my comments and be like, well, you're chopped too. I'm not. I'm very hot, baby. And you don't have to tell me I'm ugly, because I know I'm not. Okay? You guys are fucking weird. Freaks.
Hell to the no, to the no, 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 no. Hell no, no, to the no, no. Hell to the no, no, to the no, 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 no. Hell to the no, no, to the no, no, no.
Sorry about that. I've been going back and forth. Just give me a quick second, and I'm gonna go give my daughter this food, and I'll be right back in the time that this video has to play.
Type shit.
Stop playing with me, Dre.
DJ K. I'm doing up shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with up shit. Type shit. Activity. I'm doing up shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with up shit. Type shit. Activity. Posted up on the island with a bitch. They call me up, cause I ain't on that dumb shit.
She's like, oh, see what I'm saying? The chick was chopped. That's why she had to come back with her disclaimer. I know y'all gonna say I'm chopped, but I'm not. Yes, you are, ma'am. Very chopped. And by the way, she was categorically wrong. There is no cure for male baldness. There is no cure for male baldness. It's just simply not. Rogaine might work. It might give you some peach fuzz if you use it every day for 6 months, and you'll see if you might get some change. I got hair, by the way. But anyway, it doesn't matter because I'll be 47 in August. So the fact that I made it this far, I ain't got no brush because I had this hat on. But yeah, the fact that I made it this far with my hairline and down near 50, but I can go bald right now. And who gives a fuck? Like I say, I'm already married. But I made it. As far as hair go. But yeah, so it ain't no cure for baldness. Rosemary oil ain't gonna do shit. What the fuck kind of magic it baffles me when people get on Kai Sanat's internet and be so loud and wrong. By the way, it's a chop man epidemic, right? But who spends the most money on beauty enhancements?
Oh my God.
We the ones chopped, but they the one that made the makeup industry a multi-billion-dollar industry. Makeup should be to enhance natural beauty, not to create beauty that didn't exist.
Oh my God.
How many of these chicks that calling dudes chopped or might look okay, what they look like for real? When you got fake hair, fake lashes, a face full of makeup, you're using makeup to contour and shape your nose to create cheek points, cheekbones. Sometimes you got lip fillers. We don't know what you really look like. And they want to say stuff like, well, we wear wigs, but guys wear hats. It's not the same. We don't wear our hat 24/7. We don't sleep in it. And we can take it off. And you still can pretty much see what we look like with a hat on. Now, a guy might can be behind a bad hairline, but that's easy to fix or see, or he can just shave his head bald. They like, well, dudes grow beards and they look ugly without their beard. Again, that's natural. That beard, this beard is my hair that genetically grew out of my face. Don't compare my beard to some chemicals that you packed on with makeup for an hour. Dudes get haircuts. Again, a haircut ain't comparable to your wig of fake hair. The haircut is my hair. What compares to a haircut for a woman is her simply getting her hair styled. Not even a perm, just her natural hair. Because see, when we get our hair cut, 9 times out of 10, we ain't changing shit. We just getting our hair cut. But we the ones chopped. I don't know about you, but the person that got to do the most work is probably the chopped one. And we got this Asian woman that's gonna come in and reasonable and pretty much explain that. As soon as I get this video downloaded. But yeah, we're talking about the chopped man epidemic. Or like I said, is it a coping mechanism for non-select women? And that's what I think it is. When you don't never get picked for the team, you have to come up with some kind of concept, some kind of way saying that the team sucks anyway. Man, I didn't want to be on y'all stupid team anyway. All y'all are chopped. Yeah, right. Half of those men they calling chop, they had choose their ass and try to get their ass a real relationship or marriage. Them jokers will come running. But let's let this Asian little filly tell y'all what she think about it.
I don't know if this is gonna make me come off as a pygmy, as a woman saying this, but I've seen a lot on social media about people talking about the chopped man epidemic and how out of like every 100 beautiful women, we only are able to find one attractive man. And I think a lot of people forget why the reason is.
Oh, wait, I had to pause that. That's what's being said. So out of every 100 beautiful women, it's one attractive man. Listen. What's up, Go Hard, Go Home? What's up, the Don? What's up? Let me know if you want to come up, man. I'll pull you up real quick. But yeah, I didn't know they were saying for every 100 women, there's only one nigga that ain't ugly. God damn. If that's how they really think about you, fellas, keep your money to yourself. We practice like only spending money on people that you already fucking anyway. And that's when you take them to dinner. When they already laying your bust down regularly. Then if you want some company while you eating, you might bring her. But damn, they said we chopped out here, fellas. Yeah, we chopped. That's insane. But let's get back to this video, man. Let's see something real quick. Let's see what you're talking about. I hate the screen so blew up on her face, but it don't matter about her face. We just hearing her words. That's all that really matter. I don't know why it does that on this particular app.
I don't know if this is gonna make me come off as a pygmy as a woman saying this, but I've seen a lot on social media about people talking about the chopped man epidemic and how
I can try something though. Let me try this feature right here. Nope. Let me try.
I don't know if this is gonna make me come off as a pygmy as a woman saying this, but I've seen a lot on social media about people talking about the chopped man epidemic and how out of like every 100 beautiful women, we only are able to find one attractive man. And I think a lot of people forget why the reason is to this. It's not because men are just so much uglier than women. It's because women take care of themselves more, myself included. We put on a full face of makeup, okay? Put on eyeliner, foundation, concealer, lip, contour, all of those things. If men did the exact same thing as we did, they'd probably be as beautiful as we are. Same thing, vice versa. If a lot of women, we took off our makeup and we walked around without taking care of ourselves, it'd be the same thing. It'd be 100 chopped women and 100 chopped men. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of funny, this argument, how every man is ugly. Women are ugly too. We just are able to hide it better than men are, okay? I don't.
She said it. She said it. Y'all ass ugly. Y'all just hide it. See, with men, for the most part, what you see is what we are. And it's what you get. Again, yes, we can wear hats, but how different do I look? This hat ain't changing my features. If my skin was all busted, ain't shit I can do for that shit with a hat. But you get these ladies, they skin be looking like a Star Crunch. If you're not familiar with that little Debbie snack called a Star Crunch, it's a little chocolate cake with all the bumps on it. It's the little Star Crunch. They walk around here skin looking like a Star Crunch. Then they put the makeup on to smooth it out. Again, this ain't an attack on the look and aesthetics of women. I didn't make up the chop man epidemic. This is not an attack. This is a reaction. It's literally a reaction video. And it's a reaction to the concept of women saying it's a chopped man epidemic. And by that, it means, like the woman just said, women saying that for every 100 women, there's only one attractive man out there. There you go, fellas. I hope y'all are one of the one. For every 100 women, there's only one man that's attractive. 1%, like MS Best said, it's over. We all some ugly ass crash outs. We all some ugly ass crash outs, man. That's fucking hilarious. Damn. Fix y'all face, man. I'm glad I'm married. I guess I got lucky and got married before before I got put inside the requirements of being chopped. And I even like the term. They call niggas chopped. That shit's hilarious. Chop face ass. Chop beef sandwich. Oh shit. But the thing is, TikTok allowed this chop man epidemic thing to be just broadcast wide on TikTok. That's why I use TikTok for content, but I don't fuck with TikTok because it's a hella feminist fucking thing. Because I best believe I done put out videos before, shorts that was way less than that, and them shits didn't make it. There's not a world where I can go on TikTok and talk about how only 1% of women is attractive and all the rest of them chopped as fuck. It's just ugly. I would be fucking misogynistic, all the different shaming that you can think of, body shaming, face shaming, you fucking name it.
So as we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic, and there's
This right here is the original video, the original lady that everybody been referring to that started the chop man epidemic. Y'all niggas is chopped. You understand? Now, I said it earlier, and I said it before. I think the vast majority of people on this planet are 4s, 5s, and 6s. 60 to 70% of us walking around here, we just gonna run with 70, are 4s, 5s, and 6s. Slightly below average, 5 is average, and 6 is slightly above average. That's the bulk of the population. That's why all the people, the other 20% is 3 and down, and the last 10% is the 7s and up. That's why when you see them, they stand out so much. But I guess if they saying for every 100 women, only one man is attractive, they pretty much saying the 4s, 5s, and 6s of the world, which is like 70% of us, myself included, we all chop, yo. We chop. Most women are mediocre, man. Most women be walking around here only looking cute when they're fully done up. I think personally, if you can't wake up off the bed and look cute, you fucking ugly. How about that?
Oh my God!
You're ugly. If you only look good, fully done up, you ugly. But let's get back to the originator of the chopped man shit.
So as we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic, and there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day.
I'm in the war on the side of the chop man epidemic girl. She's right. Y'all are ugly, you don't put effort into your appearances, you don't have hobbies, and you expect women to want you. And you're gonna screenshot pictures of me and her while she's talking in an effort to make her...
Trump should have took TikTok. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Trump should have took TikTok. He should have took everything, because why are ugly to below average women telling ugly to below average men that they are ugly?
Yo, my brother. I'm over here trying to figure out the same thing. I'm over here. I couldn't have said it fucking better, man. I'm over here trying to figure out the same fucking thing. By the way, now, they gave these chicks the business, trust me. Wrong message and the wrong messenger. Wrong message and the wrong messenger. We're gonna let this brother cook because I think he cooking their ass.
They shouldn't deserve love and all this good stuff. Like, if a pretty woman had said this, I would have understood a little bit. I would. But you're telling me 2 back-to-back below 5s are telling these men that they're ugly? We done lost the plot. And we got to get it back. I'm not going to lie. We're not going to like this, but we got to put our wife beaters back on. We gotta do some population control. Because there's too many of these below average to average women acting up out here. The pretty ones, they're doing their job. They're on this app lip syncing, you know, they're doing their makeup, they're doing their glamour. But these right here, yeah, you gotta put your wife beaters on. I know it's a job that we don't want to do, but it has to be done. I'm joking. Don't take it serious. Don't take it serious. A lot of y'all going to jail.
Yo, all jokes aside, I understand what the fuck he's saying. By the way, shout out to DJ Wish Doctor. Shout out to Chef Too Much. Shout out to Go Hard to Go Home again. MS Best, everybody that's in the chat right now. This shit is amazing. This is a phenomenon. This is the world we living in. I feel sorry for single men. Because this the kind of shit that's getting projected to the women that out in the dating market. You got women like this saying men is ugly and most of us is ugly, calling men chopped. Can you, I mean, she looks like, I don't know, bitch look like a finger. She's like a finger with eyes. I don't even know how to fucking describe this shit. Her head look like a nub or a pinky or a toe. Her face is like a big toe with hair. Is she cockeyed? And how you an Asian with big eyes? I don't know what the fuck going on. I swear I don't want to go there. Listen, it's weird. And this eye, the eye on the right side of her face is coming towards her nose a whole lot. She got a lot going on. She handsome. You have handsome women out here calling men chopped, saying men are chopped. And again, I said before, shit. So we got 2 conflicting sentiments. One guy saying, my homie saying, it's the truth though, most women are mediocre. My man's DJ Witch Doctor is saying he thinks most women are attractive. I agree with Go Hard to Go Home. I don't think most women are attractive. Because I really believe the vast majority of us are 4s, 5s, and 6s. And I think a lot of women gotta wear makeup to be a 4, 5, or 6. I will believe most women are attractive if most of them looked attractive to me if they all walked around without makeup, lashes, and weave. If you gotta have a full face of makeup and lashes to look cute, I firmly believe that you are not cute. It's like me putting on platform shoes to be 6 feet. If I have to wear platform shoes to be 6 feet, I'm clearly not 6 feet. Now, this is what I agree with. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, witch doctor. The average woman is good enough looking for man standards. And that's what my homeboy, I think he meant when he said they most of them mediocre. To a man, a woman that's mediocre is enough for us. Because she just average, she mediocre. They think we all want dimes and need dimes because of IG. Just because we click on a picture, we understand that we don't have a chance with that woman. We understand it's kind of like window shopping. Y'all telling me y'all never been on y'all computer board and looking at cars you can't afford, looking at houses you can't afford, looking at properties you know you ain't got the money for, clothes, shoes, whatever. Window shopping. Just because we see them women on IG, they got the wigs, the nails, maybe the BBL, all the stuff I'm talking about. But we understand, number one, that pussy is still functional. It looks good, but that don't mean that's what we want to spend the rest of our life with. We understand what comes with all that. A woman doesn't spend $30,000 to get her body fixed to date a regular ass nigga in most cases. They do that to get hunched on by niggas with money, with hopes of landing a nigga with money. Chefs say, I can't agree. Most women are attractive, not ugly. They not 10s, but they not ugly. See, men, we are awesome. Salute to the men out there. We are so fair, so humble that the women don't even appreciate it. Because most men think just like this. Most men think just like Witch Doctor. Because we ain't unrealistic with our standards. We would love to have Carrie Hilson in the face, but we understand we don't need that to have a good woman, a good partner, somebody we could spend the rest of our freaking lives with. If you can get both in one, that's outstanding. But we don't need it. Like most of us, they don't believe us when we say it, but the basic sentiment of most men is we'll take a 5 that's not a headache, that's fun to be around, and works well with us, and just an overall good companion, over an 8 that you got to go through the motions with and go through the bullshit. On the flip side, most women is gonna choose that nigga that she know has a high chance to being a fucking headache and a player and have a bunch of hoes over that average guy that's 5'8", regular job. She would take her chances getting in the other guy rotation with dreams in her head or becoming the one and only before she get with this boring guy with yeah, a boring regular job. I said this before and I'll say it again. Women act like cheating is such a big deal, infidelity, but it's really not. And the reason I say that is that if women thought cheating was such a big thing, they would date men with the less potential to cheat, the less options. It's called basic risk mitigation. Can ugly man cheat? Yes. Can fat man cheat? Yes. Can broke man cheat? Yes. But the less amount of attraction triggers they have for women, the less their chances of cheating. And like I said, if something is just so major to you, you're gonna do everything within your power to limit the possibility of it happening. So if women really cared about a man having hoes, they would pursue and have more relationships with a man that has the least chance of having a hoes. A nigga that could barely get you 9 times out of 10 is not gonna have no rotation. So if cheating was such a major thing for them, they wouldn't be yapping their mouths about something like a chopped epidemic. Now, some girls get it. That's why they be saying that little weird shit. I like my man medium ugly. By the way, if a girl ever call you medium ugly, that's not a compliment, broski. Hey, go hard, go home. I dropped the link. Yeah, that's not being called medium ugly is not a compliment at all. She pretty much saying you this nigga.
Baby girl, I like your bum bum.
I don't know where he fall under. Medium ugly, chopped. I let the ladies decide. Where does like your boom boom fall? That's what I call them, like your boom boom. Where does like your boom boom fall within the chopper spear? So we had someone from the community that used to be a man themselves calling a man chopped. Can you believe this shit? I'm sitting there like, yo, no, sir. You are the top man, sir. You are the top man that you trying to come at wrong. That is you, sir.
There is a chopped man epidemic. There is a chopped man epidemic. I believe it. And you can just... There is a chopped man epidemic. There is a chopped man epidemic. I believe it. And you can just see it on the comments of that girl's post for the chopped man epidemic. Girl.
You the top man, buddy. You are the top man, broski. My nigga, dog. You are the top man, homie. What the fuck?
There is a chopped man epidemic. There is a chopped man epidemic. I believe it. And you can just see it on the comments of that girl's post for the chopped man epidemic. Girl, first of all, like, why don't y'all have a profile picture? If you were so butthurt about what she said, that there is a chopped man epidemic, why don't you have a profile picture? And that girl, she is attractive. She's not ugly by no means. She's not chopped by no means. but yet the men are just so butthurt in that video. And before you like come for my looks too, I own a mirror, so like I don't really care what any man says, because before.
That's enough of that. I really can't look at. I really don't want to hear too much of what that person got to say. They have a lot of other things going on to be worried about. Then you can't be chopping off your parts and then coming trying to call men chopped.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on right there.
What's up, Taurus? What's going on, man? Go hard to go home in the house. What's up, brother?
Going on, homie. Yeah, I was just I said I'd pop in for a few minutes, man. Especially I seen that one of the comments you had there. They was saying like, women all ain't that attractive or something like that or whatever.
Let me see if I can find it. That's my boy Chef.
You just displayed, and I wanted to say something about that comment because
this one,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. The average woman is just exactly that, average. That's why when Kevin Samuels used to be on a joke, they used to get pissed off when you said the word average. Because if you call a woman average, you are calling her fucking ugly. That's what you're doing.
Well, in their mind, when we say average, we saying ugly. But I think what they saying that for us, average ain't ugly. But when we call them average, you might as well call them ugly.
Average for us is ugly to them too. Average is ugly to everybody.
I don't think a 5 is ugly though. You think a 5 is ugly?
But what I'm saying is this right here, okay? Look, all guys know this right here. That's how I put it in the comments. But I said I was gonna drop through and say it. All right, look, man. The reason I watched the rest of the first part we was talking about the makeup and stuff. And the reason that stuff exists is because women are not, unless that woman is a dime. That's why they all dress like that. That's why they all dress up. That's why they all cover up.
They hiding shit.
Yeah, not just that. They can't fit in the dating game without being a dime. It's like a dude not having money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, yeah, you could be good looking and not have money, but okay. You see what I'm saying? That's how every girl that's below a 10 is, and they know this. When Kevin Samuels was telling them, like, hey, look, you rate yourself, but don't use 7 because he's 7. Right there is 7.
That's that sweet, comfortable spot.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta at that point either admit that you're ugly or you're not. And see, that's what I'm trying to say about it. As guys, we want to say that all women are somewhere, but the truth is, no, they're not. That's why they gotta put on all the makeup. Guys don't do that. Guys don't gotta put on all this. We don't get all them enhancements. They call it enhancement.
Yeah.
We don't do none of that junk.
None of that shit. And they try to like gaslight and tell us that beards and hats ain't the same. But a beard is natural, bitch. It ain't bought from the store.
Yeah.
You just let that shit grow. What are we talking about here? You let it grow, you line it up. It's not made in a lab. You know?
Look, man. The reason why cosmetics make so much money for women is because they all have to look a certain type of way. See, that's the elephant in the room. It's one of the things I've been trying to address on my channel. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those other elements that people don't like talking about, like status quo. Like my status quo fits in the date. Hypergamy. Hypergamy works against women. You know what I'm saying? They don't. You know what I'm saying? Nobody talks about those kind of things. But
oh yeah, if you got bread, if you the man, you can use hypergamous nature as a weapon against them. Because the thing is, you don't have to give them nothing. When they hypergamous, they will fuck you because you got it, not because you giving it to them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how Chris Brown can get in the club in Vegas and get the most expensive section in there for free with 5 bottles. And if I wanted a section, I had to pay, even though He got way more money than me. He get the free shit, and the nigga without the money gotta pay. That's how it is with these chicks a lot. Now it's a lot of fucking rich guys that choose to trick, but the reality is when they hypergamous, you can use that shit against them unless you just got tricking in your blood.
It's not even using it against them. That shit is against them by itself. It's not that guys using it against them. Like I was at a girl, I was saying, you know what I'm saying? I was at my cousin's house the other night. We was talking to me, him, and his wife. She got to talking about the sprinkle chick, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I like the sprinkle chick. I think she's very honest. I think, you know what I'm saying, her husband's a damn geek. You're old ass loser. But the woman at least being honest about what she shows you something that women weren't paying attention to when I pointed out to her that woman the other night. I said, you know, this woman been, I did the math and calculation on this woman's probably 22 years old, and her boy was 47 when they got her. All right. Yeah, she ain't never wanted to be around this dude for real. If you ever watch her videos, she trash talks the dude, she does all kind of junk, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you put it in a situation where, you got to live a certain type of way because you're after money. Hypergamy, women try to take it and turn it where guys are using it against them, but hell no, you're doing this shit to yourself. If you wasn't after something that you didn't have, you could probably get on your own because you call yourself independent and all this other good stuff. You would never have to listen to nobody because here's the whole deal. Just the problem that we got this is that no matter who it is, if it's the person with the money, they're gonna be in control. Women don't want men to be in control, but then they want you to have all the money. It doesn't work that way. It don't work that way if you go in a group of people, freaking friends. Somebody got all the goddamn money, and ain't nobody else got no money. It could be a group of homies, 3 homies. He ain't got no money. 2 of them ain't got no money, and 1 of them do. We finna eat what that joker say we eat, and we finna drink when he say we drink. It just, bro. It's like, look, man. When you want somebody, but you're around somebody, you ain't got no resources. The other person's in charge. That's why I tell them hypergamy works against them automatically. It's not even guys using it against them. That's what
I'm saying. It won't work if the nigga is a sucker. That's the thing. It only works when I say you have to know how to use it. It's some cats that will fulfill a woman hypergamous nature, but then they weak. Russell Wilson is an example. Because the thing is, money don't unlame a lame.
No.
So if you lame, kind of like her dude, and you can fulfill her hypergamous nature, but you end up here getting used. It should be the other way around. When you fulfilling her hypergamous nature, she's supposed to be your plaything, not her being, not you being her plaything.
So it's the same thing that happened to my cousin. That's why he wound up crashing out like how he did. You know what I'm saying? We get when you come on the other side, we get the story up. You know what I'm saying? And get the picture, and get the stuff. But I mean, like, you saw what happened with him.
Yeah.
I mean, crashed out because, you know what I'm saying. And the thing of it is he did all those things. He did the damn cyber stalk and all that other good junk and everything. But those things, they're bad things. I don't condone them. However, they started from something good that he was doing this exact thing that you was talking about just now. Paying all the bills, paying for everything, stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like you just said, feeling their hypergamous nature. But then they won't be with you no more, or something happens, or this or that, because it's the same old story that everybody knows. He had a decent job, he lost that job, problem started. And then from there, it was a crash out. It's like, you know what I'm saying, why you doing this to me? Why you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling guys that you're putting yourself in that situation when you do it. You know what I'm saying? They think with hypergamy, it'll work on it'll work on regular guys. It'll work on a guy thinking that he's doing the right thing also. But that's why I always say, like, hey, look, maybe not that no more.
I've been trying to get cats to understand that dudes need to start putting women on the high horse, really, honest truth.
Facts.
Because most of us are dating down and based on their own hypergamy. If she's dating up, if she's practicing hypergamy, then just by the nature of basic logic, I'm dating down.
Exactly. I say
If
that.
you dating up, I'm dating down. Therefore, why y'all kissing the asses of people that you're dating down to?
There you go.
Make it make sense. They won't like I hate to, like I said, I don't agree with everything Myron said because he's an extremist. But when he right, and this is one of his things. Women want someone taller, stronger, smarter, more competent, more financially secure. That's an all around better person than them. So how the fuck you the prize when I'm literally all around in all areas better than you?
I got to be because you trying to be with me.
Exactly.
And thing is, guys, we done seen this all the way from high school all the way up. That's why I don't understand why it has to be a whole doggone manosphere and all the other stuff to even explain it.
What's up, LA Project? Oh yeah, the Chop Man, girl. You don't know about the Chop Man? They said we chopped out here. I can show you better than I can tell you about the Chop Man. We chop only one out of every 100 women. For every 100 women, it's only one man that's remotely attractive. The rest of us chopped. But this the woman that started it.
I'm not gonna hold you. You're getting cooked. I know we've all seen the video by now of her saying we are in a chopped man epidemic. And someone said, you're on the same team. Let that sink in. And first of all, a chopped man epidemic is diabolical. Like, that's just a nice way of saying that it's ugly men out here. It ain't hurt my feelings. I've been chopped for a long time. It don't hurt me anymore. And just for future references, when you get on Katsanat's internet and you say somebody's chopped, you know, it's a bathroom. You walk in the bathroom, you look, it's a mirror right there. You know, sometimes you need to look at it because nobody's truly ugly on the outside. It's what's on the inside. And I know you're hurting on the inside because I've seen the videos. You might want to delete the account. Chop man epidemic. But if we said it was a chop,
yeah, they
not gonna get
they've been on this woman ass. I'm trying to find a video of her actually just telling about her shit. It is.
So as we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic, and there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day.
I'm in the war on the side of the Chop Man epidemic girl. She's right. Y'all are ugly, you don't put effort into your appearances, you don't have hobbies, and you expect women to want you.
Nah.
And you're gonna...
It ain't the man's equivalent of no wall. Because as you just saw from the two women was talking, they ass was chopped. It's just, again, non-select women trying to justify why they don't have a man. It's easier to say, I ain't got no man because the majority of these men are ugly as fuck, than to say, I ain't got no man because I'm ugly. I ain't got no man because I'm not fun to be around. I ain't got no man because I'm not good company. I ain't got no man because I'm blowed out. So it's easy to say, I ain't got no man because all these dudes is chopped. I'm going to take my ball and go home when I wasn't even invited to the basketball court, pretty much.
When the real thing should be, I ain't got no man because I ain't no dime. See, look. So guys, get this point across to women because it's already out there. It's already out there. That's the reason. The whole reason you even got this whole gender war bull crap going on is because women is makeup and all the other good shit. They think they can put on makeup and you can't. You can't.
And be better. All of a sudden, they better than somebody because they got a fake face on.
Yeah. And it doesn't work that way.
I don't know, man. Like I say, with a man, you get what you get from us for the most part. They like to say, well, y'all, they got the guys that use the paint at the barbershop for their hairline. You got the toupee guys. I'm like, yo, For every dude that do that goofy paint or do the toupees, it's 1,000 women with wigs, bro. That's not the majority. The majority of men start going bald. They fucking shave their head. I ain't never met a nigga with a fucking toupee. And I would have knew, because my niggas I be knowing for years. Yeah. I knew this nigga since 2004. I ain't never met a nigga. Like, I got long-term friends. I don't know no niggas with no toupees, man. And I know some niggas that when I met, they had hair. Now they don't. And guess what? They just bald-headed now. Shit, what the fuck?
Man, look, the whole thing is a cop-out. It's basically, that's what it is. It's a cop-out. Look, women...
Hold on. And that's best. It ain't no wall for men. Men don't have a wall. We have a ceiling. A financial ceiling. There's a difference. Because a man can be 55, but if he worth 55 million, he could still fuck the same bitches he was fucking when he was 30. Like, a man can get old, but if he create an app and all of a sudden become a millionaire, his dating shit gonna open right back up. Cause it's a financial ceiling. The better women we get, as our money grow, and you can get stuck there. But it's something, that's the great thing about America. Something happened, you can break through that ceiling. But the wall, the age wall for women, it ain't no turning that back. You can't rewind time. You can try to extend it through makeup and stuff like we talking about now, and BBLs and surgeries and stuff. So you can lower the wall for a while, but it's gonna just keep getting higher as you age. But yeah, men don't have a wall. Cause look at Bill Belichick. He's 74. His girlfriend, how old is she?
20-something. But you know what? Let me say something. Let me say this real quick. Like, it ain't even got to be a money thing, guys. Look, when them women get to a certain age, the goddamn plan gonna stop. It's gonna stop. See, here's the problem with the wall. Okay, here's the problem with the wall. Women want to try to say men have a wall like they do, but the thing is, and it goes back to that thing I just said before. The woman got to be born a fucking dime. See, a man can change his. You can change from being a dusty bum, as they call it. You can change from that by getting money. Okay, you can't change ugly. You can't do it. No matter how much damn makeup and all that other shit, BBL, whatever they go and get. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I was looking at they had some of these rappers on there today on the Facebook thing. I was looking at them. They got this girl, this Glorilla girl, Cardi B. And you know what I'm saying? Cardi B was fucking busted before she had money. Her teeth was fucked up.
Oh man, her teeth look like a shark.
Yeah.
And Glorilla had little bitty ass rice teeth. She had the little bad kid teeth, where each tooth was the size of a chicolette gum and a rice grain, and it was like separation in between each one.
She either she got them titties pumped up, or now she can afford some more food. She done gained some.
No, she got her titties done, but her booty she worked in the gym. She admitted, she don't lie. And she got her nose really wide, and she got the bridge of her nose narrowed a little bit. Like Glorilla, I give Glorilla her props. She used her money wisely.
I'm telling you this,
she has cleaned up. She's cleaned up because the original Glorilla was.
Yeah, bitch, you ugly. That's the problem. Bitch, you ugly. Right now, she'll act a certain type of way because she don't see. That's where the problem come on. That shit is just like, okay, here for example, right? Them Glorilla going and getting all that damn makeup and stuff done, and then and Cardi B getting all that stuff done. Like Cardi B said, she a 10. No, you're not a 10. You're not. You're the same thing as me going to wearing some fake Jordans, some fake Air Jordans, and some not what's that not Ralph Lauren, the Polo.
No, even worse.
Other one, Polo Club, the shit that come out of.
No, that's like us getting some, just going to this place in Dallas called Big T's Bazaar and buying a bunch of fake designer. You know, it's just like that. I'm going to get whatever's cracking now. I don't fuck with designer because I think that's a goofy waste of money. But if you familiar with designer, whatever's cracking, but it's fake. You know, in your house and car don't even match the fake $1,500 pants you wearing. They like, how the fuck? There's no way them pants real because you don't went and got in a Civic. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And look, there ain't no way. Look, bro, there ain't no way you look this good and ain't spending all your money because you live around me. You live in the same. You know what I'm saying? You're an average person. So, but you put on all this shit and you want me to treat you like you this. See what I'm saying? That's where the problem comes in, man. The whole real problem with this junk comes in is like this women are trying to turn the table on the fact that they gotta have looks, get this thing that they want. The way they want guys to be, guys will be that way for you, but you're gonna have to be a dime. You're gonna have to be a dime. Hey, look, Brittany ran the dumbest rocks, and she looked like a fucking stupid motherfucker. All of but any motherfucker that she for any motherfucker right now watching this shit and holler at that motherfucker, he probably gonna go through draws.
They're definitely fucking. But
yeah,
but at the same time, that's like
you'll be able to hang around and do shit that a mediocre everyday average chick couldn't do in the everyday. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty privilege. Women complain about that on the internet too. But here's the thing: pretty privilege is real, and that's the problem. Pretty privilege and money privilege is not the same thing. A guy can have money privilege, but see, here's the thing: not every man or every person is going to have
money privilege. Usually, unless you're a trust fund baby, it gotta be earned. You have to work that shit up. You have to become. You underdevelop certain personality traits and characteristics and things like that. Pretty privilege, like you said, it's just DNA. You born with it. You got it or you don't. Now, of course, you can go spend $30,000 and get a bunch of surgeries done and turn pretty, but first of all, your DNA still gonna be ugly. I saw this one thing where this lady got her whole face changed. I was like, damn, I hope she tell the nigga she fucked with how she used to look like, cause I'd be mad as fuck if we have a kid and it got her original nose. Like, who the fuck you been fucking, bitch? Like, that's my family nose, huh? What's that? What? You know what I'm saying? So now, now you're fucking
look,
your kid look like Gonzo off the Muppet Babies. You know.
Imagine what Cardi B daughter mouth gonna look like.
Well, I hope Kanky teeth ain't genetic, man. I hope not, cause Cardi B mouth look like a jigsaw puzzle, man. She looked like a fucking shark, a piranha. Her teeth were playing hopscotch. Her bottom teeth were jagged. They was all over the place. And it was funny because she was always talking shit. And she used to be in the camera, like, but all this shit was ate up, man. It was bad. It was really fucking bad. And women, it's certain things that men can have and be okay, that women just can't.
I'm just glad Cardi B got enough money to fire her old dentist. That nigga had
it's crooked. It wasn't even her dentist. It was just crowding. Like, a man can get away with crooked teeth with most women. I've seen it. But a woman with crooked teeth just don't fly, man.
Because pretty is what they
pretty's their selling point.
Women
Yeah.
Even like I say, the sprinkle chick. I watch her shit a lot because that's what she talks about. You know, all you gotta do is look good. This is what women believe. But the thing of it is you're not even doing that. Okay, and then on top of that, you can't put. Okay, look. They don't all, matter of fact, they pretty much got a damn uniform look. At this point, they all look the same. Baby hairs, nails. That's, you know what I'm saying, bunch of fucking makeup.
Yeah, fellas. Maybe it's just because I'm old, but if I was single, I wouldn't, I know I'd be in a real relationship with a bitch with them baby hairs.
No.
Now, again, like I always say, they can get the meat, you know. Just 'cause
Meat
you got
fatigue.
baby hairs don't
That,
mean your pussy ain't completely functional. But other than that, I don't see how a nigga. I ain't no world where it look like little mustaches on their forehead. The shit's just weird, man. You got sideburns all over your forehead. Like what's going on here?
because man, see, well, here go the whole deal. Now you see that's in America, but see, here go the thing. You see other women in other countries that do shit like that, but that's their hair and it looks normal when they do it. You see, when you in these other countries, man, and you see like you know what I'm saying, these other chicks they might have a little, but this bitch has on her head. You know, you can't see no that little hairline thing they be having right there and all this stuff. You see what I'm saying? It's just that it's not real. That is a problem that they're having. And no matter how much they try to pump that into it, it may would have worked if they hadn't started this little back and forth man woman thing. They may would have been able to kind of keep tottering it. But see they weighted it down so bad on one side. At this point, motherfuckers gotta be like, look, okay, no. And now I'm not just getting nothing that I want. I can't even see your face. I can't even see your hair. I don't know what your hands look like. I don't even know how you can wipe your ass. Your nails, you know what I'm saying, long as hell. You know what I'm saying? Look,
I heard
all of that, and I still can't get what I want. You don't want to put in on shit. You want me to be a doggone millionaire. And you not bringing nothing authentic to this shit. I mean, like
I heard they had to wrap the tissue around like this to wipe their hands.
I don't know what they do.
They make a little mitten. So if you get a chick with them talent nails, if she move in with you, your tissue expenses is gonna double or triple because she's gonna be running through your rolls because they gotta do this around. And if it's in the ladies in the chat, let me know, am I wrong? I asked one before and they say they do a little mitten because you just can't grab. Obviously, you clearly can't grab a strip like we can and fold it in half and wipe your butt so your finger won't break through. By the way, ain't nothing more uncomfortable when your finger breaks through the tissue and you accidentally touch your butthole. At that point, you want to chop the whole finger off.
Yeah, but they fuck around that happen if it doesn't get a goddamn artery.
Now they gonna claw their shit out. Exactly. They Freddy Krueger in their shit with those nails. So I don't know. But like I said, back chop man epidemic. I think this just some more non-select woman, misandrous, man-hating, mad because the man they want don't want them. Another bullshit movement of women that just can't get the man they want.
Let me ask you a question. How many women you think? What percentage of women do you think are non-select?
50 easy. Because I mean, the stats say 50% of women, over 50%, 51%, will never ever get married. So that makes at least 50% non-select off, but it's probably more than that because I think a vast majority of these.
I'm tell you what I go with.
I think most of the other
98.
Huh? 80?
98. 98%. There's a reason.
Hold up. I got something for that.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So you saying 98% of women is non-select?
I'm 98.
So hold on. First, before we get to that, I need you to give me your definition of non-select. Then we'll see how the 98% makes sense after that.
It's the same one that everybody else got. I'm just using a little bit different math. All right. See, non-select. Okay. This mean this to me. Basically, you don't look good enough to turn heads in the goddamn room. You don't look good enough that when you walk into a place, every fucking man, because that's the type of attention and shit they want. That's what they really want. They want to be like that. You can only get that if you're a damn dime. Only maybe about 1 or 2% of them are freaking dimes. To see, like, I don't know what that one woman was talking about. She says she walks around and see a truly good-looking man that makes her day. When I see a truly beautiful woman, it makes my day. When I just don't see a bitch just walking around with a goddamn head full of hair, and not hair full of hair, but she got her own hair. Like when you see black girls with real long hair that they don't take care of, that's fucking impressive. And wigs ain't impressive, but you don't see that every day. That's a 1 or 2% thing. You're gonna see that every now and again. You see a woman that's walking around with her body right, especially at our age. You're not gonna see that every day. These 21-year-old chicks got more gut on their ass now than the
they be
old
fat.
motherfuckers. So 98% of these bitches is fucking non-select. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's the truth. It's the same way. Okay, the same way like for them, guys, the determining factor for them, the guys is money. 98% of guys are doggone invisible to women because only 2% of men really got that much money that they want.
Yeah. See,
98% of women are pretty much invisible to men because only 2% of women really look like how men want to. We settle for
that's
the rest
true.
of them, and that's really what.
See, I got a different view on non-select. I view non-select as the women that can't get a man to be in a committed relationship with them. I think if you can get a man to legitimately commit to you, you've been selected. But the honest truth, 50% ain't gonna never get married, and then you gotta throw in all the single moms. Because honestly, I think the vast majority of single moms are definitely non-select women, because a nigga got your coochie raw. He got to feel all of it. He bust up in it probably multiple times. You created a life for this nigga, and he still left your ass. If you ain't non-select, you definitely a certified reject. And honestly, I don't want. That's why I'm big on not dating single moms, because I can't see myself giving a chick my all that another nigga just rejected that bad. I just can't.
Let me ask you a question. When you ever seen a dime that was a baby mama? You don't. The reason why is because that mother.
Well, but somebody with her though. I ain't never seen no but dime. I don't see no. If a bitch she ain't gonna be single.
You mentioned Russell Wilson earlier, and that's a very good example of it. That's what's gonna happen. If the bitch is a dime, a motherfucker will get that bitch and pay for the other nigga's kid. That's what. That is select. That is select. It comes off of look. That is select. Those women can pull off shit that other women can't pull off. It's the same thing guys keep trying to tell them all the time. All of y'all can't pull off this shit because all of y'all don't got the looks. Guys got to start giving women a straight up damn answer in this shit. You got to give women a mixed answer. Bitch, you don't look good. The ass at the bottom of the toilet. The same way it was when we grew up. Okay, when we grew up, you didn't have you didn't have people like Lizzo that could do the body shaming. Matter of fact, we was kids. Lizzo may have been a good singer. She may have been a good singer. The first time she put on some skimpy shit and came outside with her ass showing, the bitch would have never sold another record. The people would have been like, "That ain't how you don't do that in society. You don't do that." You see what I'm saying? They punish.
I miss the days when big girls were like awesome people. You know, when big girls and homely girls, aka handsome women, were nice because they already knew they didn't have the look. So they was at least going to be good people, you know, a good person. Let that personality twerk for you. You know, when your face ain't twerking, let your personality twerk. Let your personality lead the way. It goes a long way. But these days, you got ugly mean girls. You got fat mean girls. and shit get weird. You got people, you know, that like this.
So, as we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic, and there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day.
I'm in the war on the side of the chop man epidemic girl. She's right. Y'all are ugly, you don't put effort into your appearances, you don't have hobbies, and you expect women to want you. And you're gonna screenshot pictures of me and her while she's talking in an effort to make her...
Trump should have took TikTok. Like, I'm not...
I can't wait for Trump to take TikTok. And that chick in a yellow dress. I mean, what in the Sheldon from Big Bang Theory going on in this motherfucker? Like what?
Okay. I'm gonna tell you on my channel, I'm saying on the Go Hard, Go Home channel, bro. The main call is for men to be like, yo, fuck this. My thing is, every dude, get your money, get your damn passport, go where the hell you want to go, meet women in other places, make sure you got enough, you get yourself to a certain level in America where they just gotta respect you, and you can do what you feel like doing. Because here's the deal: women, the manosphere and this women versus men shit.
Oh yeah, it's not going away.
There ain't gonna be no end. But there is a very small space in the middle for people like me, where we don't put up with the bullshit. We decide we talk about it, but we don't deal with it. And there's a way around all of it. The first thing being is that, hey, little homie, you're gonna be looked at for what you got in your pocket. And as long as that's big, ain't nothing nobody can say. She's gonna be looked at for her look. That's why women have a wall, because that shit right there. Money doesn't get old. Money don't get old. Having money don't get old. I don't think it does. I might have to ask P Diddy about that, because maybe money might do get old.
Do extra shit.
Figure out some other. Yeah.
Money might get so old you get bored and you start
buying baby oil for no reason. But the whole thing of it is,
yeah. But that's a whole nother level. I ain't got there yet. I ain't nowhere near there. I ain't got that kind of money. I ain't got paid niggas to fuck my bitch money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that kind of money, to be honest.
I'm not, even if I had, I wouldn't.
Exactly.
I'm be talking about that junk on though thing. But the thing of it is that's the reason why women wind up. That's why women have that wall. Women have that wall because looks matter real hard for them. That's why they all do every last one of them does it. Cause you think about it, man. You about can't walk the street without seeing some form of makeup.
No, you can't. You can't. It's a observable reality. Like I say, they're talking about a chop epidemic. And like that one Asian girl I played earlier, I ought to run her back because she kept it real. By the way, we got this sister right here, and her thing says dealing with someone who is chopped will benefit you more. And it's crazy because she chopped her damn self. But let's just see what she got to say about chop. See, this stuff like this shows the general arrogance of what's going on around here. People don't know where they sit. And that's where a lot of this gender stuff come from. People overvaluing themselves and then trying to talk shit or talk down on people who really they match. You average bitch, you need to be with this average man, but you done lie to yourself and you don't think you average. Now you causing chaos in the fucking it's chaos. You done threw a monkey wrench in the machine because you playing a position that you're not in. And it's not gonna end well. Back in our day, well, I don't know. No, bitches knew they were. Back in the day, chicks had a better understanding of where they sat in the game. Big Shirley knew she was big, so she gave up the ass quick. That kind of shit.
See, bro. See, that's why I keep telling everybody about the status quo thing right now. Status quo matters in this shit. People try to take it out of there, and that's what's gonna happen. Now you got look, you got a poor chick that want to be with a rich dude. Yeah, it's like rich, you know what I'm saying? Rich people don't even hang around poor people. So why in the hell would some people that's rich want to be in a relationship with somebody that's poor? It just don't go that way. You know what? What ruined everything in this thing was this right here. They started trying to tell everybody was the same, and no, the fuck you ain't.
Yeah.
If your ass ain't, yeah, if your ass ain't rich, you probably really don't mean shit in America.
That's why I
For
can't
example.
stand people be like, ain't no one better. Yeah, some people are better than others. God damn it. Simple as that. I know it might hurt their feelings, might hurt your feelings to think that, but some people just simply now you all got the same human value or whatever spiritual woke shit you gonna have. But simple fact, people are better than you at shit, and sometimes overall better than you. Unless you want to get into all that moral shit. If you got to get into all that to win your argument, you already lost. But some people just better than others. They just have more value to the world.
Some people just have more respect, more value for themselves. Okay, it goes like real high profile way of looking at it. You look at the Russell Wilson thing. That's a real easy one. It's real easy. I can sit there and tell somebody, like if I'm talking to a woman about Russell Wilson, they won't deny the fact that the motherfucker could have probably done better. The money he had, he could have went out to somebody else, making good. You know what I'm saying? People without kids, maybe not making good herself. You know what I'm saying? But either way as it goes, he could have got somebody without kids. He didn't have to do what he did, and they won't deny that that's wrong. But what they're doing is say, "Well, he's got more money than you." And see, that's what a problem don't come in America. You can't have no respect for yourself unless you got money. They turned that into this, and that's what yeah. And most people walking around living that. Hell no. Respect yourself whether you got this big money or not.
Exactly.
You know, you still somebody, and if you get the money and you not somebody.
Now at the same time, respect yourself when you doing if you don't have money, but at the same time, know your place too. And that's where we got a lot of problems. You should have basic level self-respect when you don't got the money. But if you fucking one flat tire from being homeless, don't walk around strutting and peacocking and talking shit like you fucking Jeff Bezos either. Cause that's what happened. Like a person should always feel good about themselves, but at the same time, don't walk around like you look good as Carrie Hilson when you don't look nowhere near that. So yes, see that's the problem. We tell people to think highly of themselves regardless of their circumstances, but they take it too far and take it to a whole nother level. So yes, respect yourself even though you don't got money, but keep it, stay realistic now.
People gotta know they doggone levels, man. It's like, okay, I done met some women, man, and it's like, look, chick, you still hanging out in the hood club. You still do this and that. So while you might look a certain type of way and got a certain kind of car, to me, you classify a certain type of way. You don't classify the same way to me that you do to the dudes that hang out in the hood club. They might think that you some high level something, this and that. I don't see you that way. But the fact that you hang out over there with them, I'm already looking down on you for that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Call them dirty feet. I see certain chicks, and I could just look at them and be like, yeah, her feet dirty at the bottom. She got some slides with the dirty shape of her foot inside the shoe. You know what I'm talking about? When they take it's like a little dirty footprint. But let's see what this chick talking about. She said, dealing with someone who is chopped will benefit you more. I want to see if she include herself in that chopped, or is she talking about the chopped? Let's see how realistic this sister is.
I got more commentary about people who are chopped but still end up in relationships and marriages and things like that. And if you don't know what chopped is, just go watch my previous video. Chopped is someone that is considered unattractive, someone that's not, really pretty, really handsome, Okay. Chopped people, again, like I said in my previous video, may be easier to deal with, maybe a little bit more humble. They may know they place a little.
So clearly, she already separated herself from the chop people. From what I'm hearing, she already separated from the chop people, but we're gonna let her continue. Do you consider, is she chopped?
I just told you, 98% of them motherfuckers is chopped.
Well, yeah, so she definitely chopped.
This chick right here is not no damn, look, she ain't no damn, every head got to turn in the room. Every head. Look, bro, that's what the difference was when we was kids. We was younger, women understood that. Your ass wasn't no doggone, you didn't turn everybody's head, you didn't try to act like it either.
Yeah, it's that weird ass world we live in where people they've been told to get them set, in under the guise of not downing yourself. People done took it too far and started big upping themselves on unrealistic things. I understand you ain't supposed to down yourself because you don't want to walk around, even if you are kind of on the chop side. You don't want to like sink into that hole of I'm this ugly, but at the same time, don't overcompensate by being like I'm this pretty. And that's really what happened. We ain't saying think you ugly if you ugly, but don't overcompensate by thinking you motherfucking Halle Berry in her prime. You gotta find that balance of having self-esteem and confidence, but keeping your self-esteem and confidence grounded somewhat in reality. And that's the part we lost as society.
Yeah.
It's keeping our self-esteem. The world done told us we should be confident, have self-esteem at all times. And we took that shit to an extreme when it's not even like when we don't really align with the levels that we have. Because this woman been talking about chop people as if she's separate from the chop community. But we're gonna let her continue.
Them grandmama glasses on.
More. And I'm going to personalize it. I am. Like when it comes to me, like I said, I'm not someone who you would consider chopped. I'm not someone who you would consider ugly. I know the beauty in the eyes of the beholder. Maybe some people think I'm unattractive.
You are someone most men would consider chopped.
I mean,
this is the thing. I'm not gonna say she ugly.
No,
but she ain't beautiful. But based on their conversation of chopped, she falls under chopped.
Because it's her attitude. It's her attitude and the shit she's saying right now. Like you all of that. Like, okay, like this broad can get it, but this ain't no fucking I'm finna pay your bills right now type bit.
She's like a 5. So she's like a 4-5. So based on their rules of chopped, if they're gonna say one out of every 100 men, out of every 100 women, there's only one dude that's chopped. Based on that kind of math, a woman with these looks gotta fall in the chop category.
How many hundreds of women you gotta see before you see a good looking? You go on the damn look. I mean, they can run that shit all they want to, but nah. Like I said, 98% of them, 98% of women are unattractive. That's why they need makeup and stuff. They call it enhancement and all that shit. That's not what it is. It's exactly what they call it. Makeup.
Yeah. A made up face.
Yeah. I'm at this bathroom. I'll right back down.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this delusional chick. Oh, you finna go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna come back and talk about this shit. Though I already got the idea about her. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna run it back anyway. All right.
I got more commentary about people who are chopped but still end up in relationships and marriages and things like that. And if you don't know what chopped is, just go watch my previous video. Chopped is someone that is considered unattractive, someone that's not, really pretty, really handsome, Okay. Chopped people, again, like I said in my previous video, may be easier to deal with, maybe a little bit more humble. They may know they place a little bit more. And I'm going to personalize it. I am. Like, when it comes to me, like I said, I'm not someone who you would consider chopped. I'm not someone who you would consider ugly. I know the beauty in the eyes of the beholder. Maybe some people think I'm unattractive. I mean, at the end of the day, I've just never heard it, through the grace of God. So it's like, do I listen? No, I don't. You have to be telling me something worth listening to. So I feel like for someone that's more chopped or unattractive, it's like, you know your place. Like, you understand what your place is.
Ma'am, do you know your place? Cause not only is she averaging in the face, which again, I'm not one of those guys that say being a 5 is unattractive. Cause like I said, the vast majority of people on this planet are 4s, 5s, and 6s. Slightly below average, aka fuckable, which is a 4. 5 average, and 6 slightly above average. That's the bulk of the population. Those are just my stats. That's how I feel it. 70% of people on this planet are 4s, 5s, and 6s. By no length would I say this woman needs a bag on her face. But to get up here and talk about chopped people with her average looks is diabolical as fuck. And I don't know if it's the camera angle or not, but she looks kind of big of frame. She looks kind of husky, kind of wide-backed it. Is wide-backed it? Yeah, we're going to say it like that. Wide-backed it. But we're going to let her continue simmering because she ain't cooking.
In your mind, the person you with may be the best that you could do. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be quiet. You're going to cooperate. You're going to listen. You know your role. You know your place and you stay in it. You know what I'm saying? I can honestly say that's something that I...
See, this the problem. What she's saying might apply to men. If a men, we learn our SMV. We learn where we sit in the dating game really early in life, somewhere around middle school, such and such. Because a delusional man is going to get mocked and laughed at. Because proof is in the outcomes. You can be delusional as a man, but if you're not getting any success, any women, any sex, you're going to know where you sit. What the problem with women is that they can be chopped, but still get piped down all the time. They can be chopped and still have dudes fucking them all throughout the week. And the big problem is that a lot of them purposely choose to confuse sexual attention with relationship attention. But we try to tell them all the time that a man fucking you is a low bar. It's low hanging fruit. Because the same man that fuck 8s and above on a good night with enough tequila shots will also fuck a 4. So a man wanting to fuck you or willing to fuck you is it's not a good measuring of where you sit in the game. Hey, Torres, I was just saying how like men, we learn where we sit early in life. Somewhere around middle school, we learn because we don't have the leeway to be delusional because our outcomes gonna show us real quick where we sit at. Because if you chopped ass nigga, you ain't gonna have no girlfriends, you ain't gonna never get no pussy, you ain't gonna never do shit. But a woman can be chopped and still get a level of success or where she can lie to herself and say success, and that's getting piped down. So because they got niggas in their DMs all the day only to fuck, they don't think they chopped as they are because they get hit up every day.
No,
I know, but they choose to lie to themselves to sleep at night.
They look, guys, let me tell y'all something. These motherfuckers come on this goddamn internet and they say this BS. Women know what the hell is going on. They learned real early, just like you did. The thing of it is they want to play a mind game because they think that they're gonna find a Russell Wilson or something. See, they gotta trick that joker. See, here's the deal, guy. This bitch can't go. He can't come saying, "Hey, look, I know ain't all that, so I'm just gonna fuck around with a couple of niggas until I find one that'll take care of me, and then I'm gonna do that. She can't say that. You can't say that. Okay? What they do is they get just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be doing a whole doggone talk on this shit. They talk about they get lied to. The guys trick them. Or guys, some guy fake the whole person. How does somebody fake a personality to be with you? You understand the shit that women say they want. One thing, y'all say y'all want the money. So how these broke dudes tricking you into thinking they got some? How the dude that ain't even got no business act like tricking you into thinking that he gonna somehow have business type money? How the dude that work at a damn chicken plant making you think he gonna be rich someday? How the fuck did that happen?
Well, you see this statement? I'm
didn't
trying
happen.
to understand this. Men see getting piped down as a flex. No, we don't. We hold on. I think we got confusion here. What I'm saying is that
I don't
women
understand what she's saying.
often, if you tell them, well, you ain't got no man though, right, or something, they be like, dudes in my DMs all the time. Dudes ask me out all the time. Dudes hit me up all the time. And then when I be like, but why though? See, the reason why men know it's not a flex for dudes to hit you up, because like I always say, you could be a fucking 3, but a dude that usually fuck 7 and above or smash you on a Saturday night at 4 a.m. if he didn't score nothing after the club and he know you a good eater, aka good dick sucker. So it's like a lot of women that can't get committed relationships boast and brag about the amount of male attention they get. But what we're saying is that male attention is only sexual attention, so it don't count. So we know it's not a flex. It is not a flex to get sexual attention from a man, because the right day, the right time of the week, enough tequila shots, we will fuck just about any woman.
Is that exactly what the person is trying to say, or was she saying like that's how we see it? Because I mean, like, I would have gave her a real short answer, like, "Hey, we know that junk ain't that. That's what y'all keep trying to put to our face." Now hold on, what she's saying here. Okay, she said it directly.
It's not a compliment for men to just
we know
with women just for sex. That's what we saying. We saying it, but women don't say that. Because again, if I tell a woman where your man at, the first thing she gonna say often is that I got niggas in my DM all day. I got men asking me all the time. I'm single by choice. I got 10 men texting me right now. Then I'd be like, why they texting you though?
Hold on, Nelly. I get it. This is the deal. This is what this person is saying. That we're wrong for thinking that. I think that's what she's trying to say. That we're saying that. I think she agrees and knows that we're saying that. I think what she's trying to say is we're wrong for thinking that. Well, because I don't know why she would think that. Maybe she'll put the answer up there.
She wrote something right here.
The thing of it is,
we ain't bringing up the fact that women can get more sex than men. We bringing up the insanity that women think getting sex from men. A lot of women, it might not be you. A lot of women think getting sex from men is some kind of accomplishment. Again, they don't have no committed relationships, but will flex about all the men that hit them up and take them out. But when that man is only doing that to get your draws, why are you boasting about this? Listen, I don't care if a woman get 30 dates a month. If you ain't got no man in a committed relationship with you, you non-select. That's what I'm saying. So start talking about all the dates. Start talking about all the trips. Start taking about all the messages, all the matches on dating apps, all the DMs. If ain't nobody fucking tying themselves to you, That's an L. That's all I'm saying. But a lot of women like to take those things and use that to show their value to the world. They be like, no, I'm the shit. Cause I wake up every day to 20 messages on IG. But why though? Are those messages from men that sincerely want to be in a relationship with you? Or messages from men that think your booty fat?
And tell you what, they know the difference. The thing of it is though they might not be flexing with some of that. When they saying it to you, they're saying at least I can still get somebody. I might can't get married. That's where I see it. I told you 98% of them motherfuckers.
She said just a certain type of women with sad. But,
the range.
But that type, that's the majority, unfortunately. Especially in a specific age range. The majority of women think they gonna hype themselves off any kind of male attention and validation they get. People don't understand that validation like oxygen to the vast majority of women.
What was that?
This the LA project. This is my homegirl. She cool.
Okay, well, look, a LA project. Let me tell you how we do it on the Go Hard or Go Home channel right here. Okay. All right. Look, guys that's chasing women. It's gonna be guys that chasing women for sexual reasons. Okay. My deal on my channel is 98% of women. Let me see. Okay, hold on. But the manosphere brings it up. Okay, look, look. This ain't the manosphere. At least when I'm around, we ain't doing the manosphere. I know the manosphere. To me, the manosphere is a bunch of big clusterfucker guys sitting there holding each other's dick. That's where I look at it.
That's even irrelevant to what she's saying.
But I'm telling her now because I'm telling her like, look, yeah, the manosphere, yeah, whatever. I know
but they bring it up for a good reason, though. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter what the manosphere bring up. The truth is, women use sexual attention to justify that they winning in life. A lot of women use sexual attention to justify that they're doing good in the dating world. But just because niggas want to fuck you, don't mean you're doing good in the dating world.
Actually, in my opinion of it, they're not doing that either. What they're doing is using that to dodge accountability for the fact that 98% of their ass is doggone unattractive. You're not married because don't nobody want you. You're not getting taken care of because nobody wants to do that because you're not attractive enough for that.
I've been saying this shit too.
Women
like to say that men don't want to provide, but men provide for women they like. If a man don't want to buy you nothing, it's because niggas don't like you. Cause trust me, when we like you, we gonna spend on you. So if you can't get a nigga to buy you shit,
it's because you don't fit in the category that you think you fit in.
Manosphere is an umbrella term. That's my problem. That's why when you say that stuff about manosphere, when you had differences on this, the manosphere isn't a thing. Because believe it or not, if you a man and you on YouTube and you say anything about male problems, you in the manosphere. So I am in the manosphere because I'm a man and I talk from a male perspective. That's manosphere.
That's him. Now on me, I denounce any part of the manosphere because I understand that you as a woman, you're looking at the manosphere and you can see that. All right. So that's why I tell women directly and men when I'm talking to them, but especially women. Don't lump me in with that group of people. That's a whole different thought process. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't know if there's any difference between those two things myself. I really don't. But I do know this. I know I got a different mentality of it. And some of the stuff that you just brought up, like you were saying, they talk about this stuff. I don't think that it's a good idea to be talking about most of it because women don't care. They're gonna die. They're not gonna be accountable for those things anyway. So like when they bring up things like, okay, women can get more sex than men. Who cares? On my end, on this channel, we don't care. We don't care. We know this. Everybody knows this. All right. The thing is, you can get more sex than the guy. Can you get somebody to take care of you? If the answer is no, then you don't fit in to where you think you fit in at. Now, does that really matter to some women? Probably not.
Listen, as a
You know what I'm saying?
woman,
But
you
it's
ain't
just
winning unless the nigga taking
end
care
of
of you. Unless you got a nigga to take care of you. You ain't won. It's you because niggas gonna fuck some pussy. If that man ain't putting a roof over your head, committed to you, you his woman. If he don't claim you, you ain't winning. Simple as that. Everything
Hey,
else is an L.
that lady right there that's talking. I tell you what, you get up with me on my channel one time. I'll bring you out something. We'll talk about that because I want to get the idea of the red pill and the manosphere from
Oh well,
what
yeah.
women have to say
Personally
about it.
though, I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
I don't really care about it, but what it is I do know this. I do know it's one of the factors that's holding men back because
Well, this
women
is what
view it
I
a certain
think.
type
I
of way,
think one of the factors that holding man
and
back
they
is
don't.
giving a fuck what women think. Period. You shouldn't.
No,
No,
that's not
that's
giving a
what I'm
fuck.
saying. I think you shouldn't
That's not.
care what they think.
That's not.
I
That's
mean,
not
you
caring what
shouldn't.
they
You
think.
don't even
That's
acknowledge them.
not.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not. This is not acknowledging them. Okay. Okay. The manosphere and the red pill don't got nothing to do with. Matter of fact, it's because those guys are sitting around doing all that bitching and crying. It's got nothing to do with women. The whole deal of it is those are the same guys that when we was in school, you had to let bitches know that you wasn't them, and you pushed them niggas down, took their lunch money, and you made a separation between the men
But
and the
that's
boys,
categorically false.
and that's
Because anybody
got
can be in the
nothing. It got nothing to do
manosphere.
with
The manosphere
manosphere.
ain't the land of losers. It's any man. Successful man with bitches is in the manosphere. Yes, it is.
Not really.
Any man
Not
that
really.
talks about anything from the male perspective is in the manosphere. It's an umbrella term, bro. Think about it, you got MGTOW, you got red pill, you got black pill. All that shit is under the manosphere.
What I'm telling you is this right here, right? Even if you want to say it that way, right? The guys that's not the crybabies better start making some kind of difference between themselves. Not for women. Not for women. This is for
Your
men.
difference is going to show in the outcomes. You don't have to make a difference for yourself because if you are different, your life going to be different. You're going to have bitches. You're going to have success. You're going to be in shape. That's the difference is going to be seen.
This is what some guys are leaving out in this shit. Okay, some guys are leaving this part out right here. I'm displaying this like this one time right here because I see it right. It's happening right in front of our faces. Even with the guys on the manosphere, the problem that happens with the manosphere is the most popular guys on the manosphere wind up being guys that are going to be non-select guys. Okay, we already know this. They money. They this, that, and that, or this and that. So. And not saying that they be saying the same right, okay? The statistics they put out there are right. Those things that you're saying are correct, right? But the problem is, I cannot call. I can't sit here. I sit here and tell you right. I sit here and tell you you're right, but then I have to be like you know what I'm saying, what the fuck you crying about that for? You see what I'm saying? But the thing of it is it wouldn't be about caring about women. This would be about me making a distinct difference between me. Somebody who these little things you talking about is not going to bother, it's not going to worry because I got to wear around all this junk, and this person who needs to wear around this junk, who's got to keep talking about a wear around this junk. When in all reality, if you're a man and you don't got your shit, this junk should matter at all, and it doesn't got nothing to do with women at all. It's got to do with guys and their attitude and their way of doing things. You see what I'm saying? There's like some guys in that thing come back to me telling me, I think I showed you that video with the dude saying he disagreed with me about some of my stuff, and he was talking about game. He wasn't talking about game. He was like, well, game, how these guys have got an idea that game is some kind of life plan. That shit ain't no doggone life plan. You know what I'm saying? It's not a life plan. Game is you being able to finesse with, and it's really you catching a bitch being stupid. That's really what game is. But they don't tell them that, and they mix it up to something else. But you got guys out here that's on fundamentally wrong things. Those things don't have nothing to do with caring about what women think. Women don't really have nothing to do with the situation. They really don't. The conversation might be about them, but they're not in it. You see what I'm saying? They're not in that conversation. So it's like when she was asking about that, I'm just telling her, like, hey, look, the way they think, it ain't the way I think. So if you talk to me about it, because I don't talk to some other women about it, and they try to come at you the same way they would come at some of these other guys. And it's like, no, don't do that. Because like most of the junk these people talk about, I agree with you. A lot of it don't matter. But you got guys out here that's behind the power curve that might do gotta learn those things. And I do agree with that part.
This is what the manosphere is right here. This is what the manosphere is. People have these definitions, these assumptions. They lump everything in. It's all of this. It's an umbrella term. There is manosphere ain't one thing. It ain't one thing. It's not one group. But the thing is, anytime if a woman thinks that way, what I need men to do is let women think what they want, because the honest truth, you're not gonna change their mind. Their mind made up, and it shouldn't matter what they think, because the thing is, regardless of what you think, if they want to fuck you, they gonna fuck you. So if you in shape, you got the bread, you got the status, or they attracted you for whatever reason, them hoes gonna go. So men need to stop trying to adjust, convince. Like, I don't make my content trying to change women's mind. You know how women been talking about decentering men for years. Men, we all need to decenter women. Stop making all your decisions based on fucking women. And I ain't saying be gay, obviously, for all the weird, or just go date a man. No, just when you pursuing your purpose, bitches gonna come. You don't have to make bitches the center of your life. Their opinion don't matter. If they not your woman, it don't matter what they think. If they not your woman, it don't matter what they say. If they not your woman, it don't matter what they feel. Or your daughter or your mother or some woman you care about. If they not those people, their existence is damn near irrelevant. And men need to fucking function like that. Stop, stop trying to get them to see things, to understand things. Don't try to get them to see you another way or this way or not. Because the nigga they like, they're gonna see him how they want to see him.
Hey, when you get done, I want to ask you to put that definition back up there right quick, because there was something I wanted to say about it. What other manosphere? Okay, you know, they're not. This one I'm telling the guys out there. They're not. You lady, I don't know about you, but this ain't got nothing to do with girls right now. But you can listen. But look at this right here. What I'm talking about, the manosphere. Guys, you see that definition? There's only two things in that definition that you might want to be. The rest of it,
you don't. So don't be it. Yeah, don't be it. Just simply don't be it.
Now, what I'm saying is, don't even associate yourself with.
That's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, but if a person want to consider you something that you're not, that's them.
That's not about somebody else considering you something. It's about you as a man. If you're not a fucking incel, you don't hang out with them.
What? This the thing. The manosphere don't say you hang out with incels. It said they just in the incel. Because I don't know any incels.
What I'm saying is this right here. The problem, guys, that this is a blanket term. The same way that he's saying, I'm not disagreeing with him. The problem is it's a blanket term. So when you put yourself in there, you may not be one.
But you're already in there. The moment you born a man, you blanketing all this shit. See, I be on this YouTube a lot. If you a man, you in it. Make one of them mad. Make one of them mad. You're gonna get called. That's what I'm saying. So you don't have to put yourself.
That's somebody else's opinion. My thing is this right here. You see this definition down here, guys. If I'm a men's rights activist or a father's rights group type person, I don't know why they got that in there.
Because they men. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just
Listen,
letting y'all know. But I just let y'all know. I agree. I agree with men's rights and the father's rights thing. But when I say this right here, I'm telling you the blanket thing. Because it's a blanket subject, guys. You better. Anytime something's a blanket idea, you better start.
You can't.
Who is because here's the thing.
The moment if you got a dick, society gonna see you in the manosphere, bro. So
they can do that.
So it don't matter what you change. You can't. You in it.
They can say that. They can say that about you. Just like right now, I could one. Right. He might not be one. See what I'm saying? That doesn't mean it have to matter to him. I'm not saying care about somebody else's opinion. I'm saying state directly what you are. And know that when you say this blanket statement, you are including these other people too. So when you do that, that's why I always start telling you. Y'all, if you ever watch my channel, if you ever seen me, I always tell you, hey, look, I talk about stuff in the manosphere. I'm not like a lot of them.
Well, that's my point though. If I'm a black man, but a lot of black men do fucked up shit. So if you see me as them just because I'm black, that's a you problem, not me. So if I say I'm manosphere and I don't do none of the other shit, but you just say I'm that because I'm manosphere, then you're a stupid person. And listen, judge me off my actions or nothing. If you can't judge me off my actions, then I ain't got nothing for you anyway. We not gonna correlate.
Didn't even get that deep.
If I'm manosphere, it's impossible for me to be incel because I got a wife and 4 kids.
Exactly. But the thing of it is,
I've been calling incel on this YouTube shit. So you just gotta ignore those people.
Yeah, it's not about ignoring nobody or none of that, guys. That's not it. I didn't even get that deep with it. I wasn't going that deep with it. All I was saying was this right here. She started asking me about it, and I started telling her because whenever somebody asks me, I always differentiate myself, and I'm telling guys, you're gonna have to differentiate yourself from the rest of the group. That doesn't matter. Just
only if you give a fuck about what people say about you.
That's not if you're gonna get it in life, you might better.
Not these people. Only people I care about me is my wife and my kids. I don't give a fuck what these people think. These niggas ain't gonna pay my bills. They not gonna loan me no money. If I got homeless today, none of these motherfuckers they'll walk over me.
Why are they caring what they say just because you told them? I don't get that part because I didn't say.
That's the thing. Cause I'm not clarifying shit. If you think I'm an incel, I'm gonna let you think that. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna let you think that. You know why? Cause I got pussy in the house.
Nothing wrong with that.
So that's what I'm saying. If a person think I'm broke, I'm not gonna show you bank statements. I'm just gonna let you think that.
No, see,
man, that's my whole point. Let them think what they want.
Broke is something different. Here's the deal, guys. That's why I asked him to show the doggone definition again, so you can see that when you put yourself in a certain group, you better be able to tell people where you sit at. In
if you think I'm any of these things, I don't care what you think. You got the right to think that.
It's not about.
I'm not gonna try to correct the person. What I'm saying, if they think I'm something in this group and I'm not, in one ear and off the same ear.
This
because I know what I am. And that's all that matters.
You know what you are, and there's nothing wrong with that, and it doesn't matter. I get it, all the other good stuff. Let me tell you something as a man that you better be able to do. Like he just got done a minute ago and saying, hey, I'm a black person, but black people might try to put me in a certain category. You better be able, as a damn man, to go ahead and tell somebody one day that, hey, look, that category you're trying to put me in, you need to not do that shit, especially if you got some other shit going on where this person is fucking looking at you a certain way.
Your actions and your outcome in your life is going to show and project that. If you're not a nigga with the A, if you're not a Pookie or a Ray Ray, it's gonna show. Cause you can look.
The world don't work that way no more. That's why y'all got this gender war, guys. That's why this right here is why y'all got this gender war. Because today you got to tell people who the hell you is. If you don't do it, You just get lumped together with something else.
And I
That's
let
the
him do
reason
it.
why this junk is happening. And look, but he also said he married and he got somebody. You don't. So you better start figuring out how the hell.
Well, that's the thing. If you have to tell somebody what you are, if the person lump you in, that's somebody you don't want to be in a relationship with because they too close-minded. If a person can't see you for who you are and how you display yourself, then that might be the. I don't think a long-term relationship gonna work with that kind of person anyway.
Look, I'm telling you right now, guys, the everyday average person. I'm telling you, this ain't just with the women.
Now it's the majority of people that think like that. I agree.
This is doing business. This is doing anything else. I'm telling y'all that these days you got to set. That's why some of y'all ain't considered a man these days, because y'all sit there and y'all don't tell people what the hell is going on. You have to be taken. These days, guys, you got to be taken.
If you got to tell a person you a man, is you really one?
No, it's not telling them that you're a man. It's this right here, guys. You're gonna have to be able to set a standard, even if it's not just coming out your mouth. You got to set a standard for what's going on. Y'all hear most women talking, they say guys can't. When you hear these women complain on the internet, I understand why some of them complaining. Guys can't set the tone. Guys can't do this because guys are not. You don't set no kind of boundaries. All I'm doing is setting a boundary. That is it. I'm setting a boundary. And when you out here in the rest of the world, you might have to be able to set boundaries with people.
Well,
You're gonna
my boundaries be that if you don't align with me like enough, I just don't fuck with you.
There's nothing wrong with that, but see, you're not out here. These guys that you're talking to is out here trying to deal with women.
That's my whole point. You're right. But my point is that they don't have to deal with women. We got to. If it don't work for you, listen. I know y'all niggas love pussy, but stop putting pussy over everything. You don't have to deal with women, nigga. Get a gym membership, get some fucking hobbies, get on your purpose, get fucking money. You fuck these hoes.
You can do all of that stuff.
And when one come right, then you deal with her. But
think of it, that's the problem. It's not gonna be no just come right. You're gonna have to make some doggone effort. That's the problem. Everybody say
no. The effort is to working out and being on your purpose.
Women is waiting on somebody to show the fuck up and just be right without her putting in no effort.
What as I said, work out and be on your purpose and get your money. Now that's the effort of a man.
The thing of it is you also got to know how to be a leader, not just for women.
Men too. Do all that, but decent.
Look, guys. Here's the thing that the doggone minister ain't telling you. Going to the gym and getting money ain't gonna be enough. Your ass gonna get some leadership.
I ain't saying it's the only thing.
Skills. I'm not. I know it's not, but I'm just saying I'm just telling them that what I'm thinking. That shit ain't enough. You're gonna have to get some leadership skills, and those leadership skills are gonna involve you having to know how to set boundaries with people, put people in their damn place, and all that other kind of stuff, and things like that too. Now you could if you already like how his situation is, so if he want to be like, you know what, hey, well, fuck it, bitch, you want to think I'm an incel, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? He can do that. You might have to not be able to do that because you might got 4 bitches. You might got to be a little bitch. I'm not an incel. I'm not this and that.
Well, the point is though, the moment you gotta say something, the moment you gotta tell a bitch that she don't need to be your bitch no more. That's all I'm saying. If you have to tell a bitch you're not an incel, that's one bitch down the drain.
It might be, but here's the deal with that these days, guys. Because of that definition he just showed you, the majority of women walking up to you gonna think you one of them things on that
list.
Guess
what? Bye, bitch.
The majority
we can't listen, fellas. You can't be scared.
Go ahead, say bye, bitch.
You can't be scared to lose.
Buy yourself a bunch of
you can't be scared to lose a bitch.
No, you can't be scared to talk or open your mouth either. You can't do either one of them. Both of those is being scared. Not setting boundaries with people is being afraid of them.
I said set boundaries. I didn't say don't set boundaries. I said don't explain yourself. If you think on something, you got the right to think that. I'm gonna let you think it. If a person think I'm something, I'm going to let them think it. I'm not validating to convince it. I'm not reconfiguring the nigga mind. If you think I'm broke, if you think I'm a loser, if you think I'm an incel, if you think I get no bitches, if you think this shit, I'm gonna be like, yep, you got it, and walk off. And that's what guys need to do. Yep, you got it. I'm that. I'm everything you said. I'm everything you said.
You can do that. You can do that to somebody that's got okay, here's the deal, guys. You want to be that way? Now see, this man already got a set up situation. This shit ain't gonna work the same.
Come on, Taurus, we always been like this. Think about how the chicks in 60 didn't like us because we spoke our mind, but we never changed. We always been niggas that didn't give a fuck about what people think. Think about it. Hey, this ain't new. This ain't because I'm married. We literally always, I've been a nigga that was a rebel rouser.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that because you are married, you looking at a situation like we could just say fuck everybody and these guys.
Been that way since I was single though. That's what I'm saying. I always been like, if you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. If you think I'm some shit that's negative, then I feel it's beneath me to try to change someone's opinion of me. If I have to change change your opinion of me, then that's like I'm groveling to you. And I don't believe in that.
You're not changing nobody's opinion, guys. Some of these people that you tell this shit to, you're not going to change their opinion. See, it's not about changing nobody's opinion. That's the problem. Look, guys, leadership skill number goddamn 1. I'm not telling you shit to change your fucking mind. I'm telling you shit that you know that if you get in the way of this right here, your ass gonna get rolled the fuck over. That's what I'm telling you for. I'm not telling you. I'm telling you for the same reason your boss tells you.
That's the thing. I get that, but I'm not even telling them that. I'm just gonna roll over your ass. I'm not warning you. I ain't even warning niggas to roll over.
You're not telling nobody shit up to change their mind. All you doing is saying, "Hey, look, this ain't my road." Like same thing. Okay, you want to think I'm an incel? Well, bitch, I'm not. I probably ain't talking to you no more. But I already told you what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to convince you. I may not be your friend no more. Y'all see how that works? I may not speak to you no more. There's no convincing. It's none of this junk right here. It's none of this junk right here. It's just that when you get, because I'm telling you right now, guys, I'm out here doing this shit all the time. I know the manosphere on fucked up women. They out here thinking that all guys are thinking like Kevin Samuels or goddamn Myron Gaines. I'm 40-something years old and this bitch is still, not at my age, is talking about these motherfuckers. They shouldn't even know who Myron Gaines is.
True.
People talking about people talking about how social media.
If they want to think that, they can.
It's right. Here's the deal, guys. Unless y'all plan on jacking off for the rest of y'all life, y'all better start learning how to tell somebody how to differentiate yourself from some of the rest of them. You'll find one.
Or let your outcome. I believe in let your lifestyle and outcomes talk for you.
That won't work for you in this world. This man already.
What I'm saying though, if
look, here go your problem out here in this world right now, guys. All right, this what he talking about would have worked back in the day with us. 20 years ago, I would have told you the same thing he's saying right now. But for right now, with me being out here like it is right now, understanding that, hell no, all you gonna do is be by your goddamn self.
And guess what? It ain't nothing wrong with that.
And that yes, it is, nigga. Look, guys. Even Kevin Samuels kept telling y'all. Kevin Samuels was saying this shit. He said, "Go get bitches and go out and be seen."
What I'm saying, if you can't find someone that correlates with you, it ain't nothing wrong with being by yourself because you don't want to force a triangle shape into a circle hole just to have companionship. That's what I'm saying.
You're not doing that, guys. Look, here's my thing, guys. I'm gonna quit hitting this. I'm gonna tell you something right now, y'all. You can let everybody in your life walk past you if you want to. You don't never make sure that people understand who you is and that you're a leader. And most people gonna walk by you just like that. That's what's gonna happen. So what I'm telling you is this right here, guys. I'm not saying try to change nobody's mind. What I'm saying is you better let people know that you're not a big towel motherfucker. You're not a goddamn this or that. You is who you is. The other shit that the niggas got problems with, that ain't my same problem. This nigga crying about bitches get more sex.
What I'm
No, I don't
saying
give a
though,
fuck.
I
They
get
really
what
they
you're
don't.
saying. What I'm saying though, your lifestyle will show that. Because if you got bitches, people gonna see you with bitches, so you ain't gotta tell them motherfucker you get bitches. That's what I'm saying. Like what I'm saying, it's one of those things what's known don't gotta be spoken. What's seen ain't gotta be told all the time.
That's the problem right now, guys. Here's the thing. I would agree with that. That's what I'm trying to tell him. These people are too stupid these days for that to work that way. It don't work that way no
Fuck
more.
stupid people.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all guys.
Don't even the stupid people need to be invisible then.
Yeah. Well, then everybody will have to be invisible. And that's the problem.
They ain't nothing wrong with that either.
That's the problem. Everybody will have to be invisible. And here's the thing, guys. Y'all already see how that's working. So here's the whole deal. You can sit there and keep being that way or not. But here's the thing. Some of these times, guys, when you out there in the what you call, you gonna have to, the motherfuckers gonna try your ass. Like you one of these other motherfuckers. They gonna do it. Women gonna test you till your damn 9 day, guys.
This a message for you, Taurus.
And I just oh yeah.
By the way, me and him had these kind of conversations all the time. So believe it or not, MS Bear, LA Project didn't distract or deflect us. We do this on the phone, and we always said that instead of doing this on the phone, we need to do this shit online sometime to make good content, because we don't have some amazing content over the phone. Because you don't want to be. Hold on, I'm telling them, no, you don't want to be in the echo chamber. You don't want to always be around people that agree with everything you fucking say. If I wouldn't even trust this nigga if he agreed with everything I say. A real friend ain't got no problem disagreeing with you. And
I want to say something to this dude right here, because this guy right here is silly. Did you just see that doggone information that he just put up on the screen? And this why I don't fuck with the manosphere right here. Now for the chick. Now you watch this. This is why I don't mess with it. You see this fool right here that just told me I done adopted a female false opinion. No, I didn't. This man just put the doggone information up there, and this is exactly the opinion that everybody had. It's a big blanket definition of a bunch of everybody else. And I don't want to be one of them loser ass niggas in it. I don't. That's what I'm trying to tell the rest of y'all guys, if anybody's watching. This ain't no false narrative. It's not. He just put the words up there, and all that shit was fucking bad. And I don't want to be a part of it. It's not a false narrative.
It all wasn't bad, because they had men's rights activists, and they had something else that wasn't bad.
Those two things, and they don't talk about that.
I know, but
in there, because when I do stuff on my channel, I try to talk about men's rights. I have one on there. And doggone done.
Well, that makes you automatically in the manosphere, and that's the thing. If you're a man's rights activist, you in the manosphere.
What I'm saying is, I am not part of the jerk.
Yeah, all you gotta do is be like, I'm not an incel. I'm not this.
That's all.
But your life gonna show that. How many kids you got? You shouldn't have to tell them nigga you not an incel.
Look, no, it's not that, guys. It's this right here, where somebody see you, because people only see bad shit, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all about leadership stuff. Nelson was in the army too. As doggone leaders, we had learned about a thing called perception, and how people perceive you in a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know about that. If you don't know about perception, you're not gonna be a good leader. I.e., you're not gonna be able to get women. I.e., you're not gonna be able to get other guys to follow you, especially when it comes to business and stuff. Look, man, let me tell y'all something. The majority of the jokers that I have led to me have been feminine guys. The majority of guys are feminine to me. Okay? The same way I just got done saying 98% of women that don't look good, I think that about 98% of men are freaking feminine. You can do facts all goddamn day, but don't nobody want to do fucking facts. They're going to talk about you feel some type of way. No, you don't.
That's another thing I don't agree with. I don't think a bunch of men feminine.
Yeah.
Because to be feminine, because
why not?
I don't see a bunch. I don't see a bunch of men sashaying around and moving like women. That's what being feminine means. So we got to find other words then. You feel me? Because I don't see a bunch of senses.
How about this? You may not be feminine, but you're like
of course,
a woman. So that's
Yeah,
why
but
I'm calling them
see, we
feminine.
can't do that. 'Cause now that's what I agree with him. That's what the women do. What I'm saying, if a man lack leadership skills, they call him feminine. They'll take his sexuality. A bad leader is simply just a bad leader. It's not a feminine man. A feminine man is separate from a bad leader. Now, if you feminine, you might be a bad leader, but we can't lump shit together. A feminine man and a bad leader, because I know some terrible leaders ain't nothing feminine about them.
Yes, it was. Yes, the fuck it was. All them badass leaders that we had in the army, that was men, was fucking women. That's why they was bad leaders. They fucking did. They thought like women. They had emotion. They made emotional goddamn decisions like women. That's why they was bad leaders. That's why. When your ass see, that's why I'm telling you guys. When your ass can't be the leader, that's why you're not gonna be selected as a man or women, because a man is supposed to be the leader. You can't take those two things apart, guys. I'm sorry. No matter how much they try to do that in the manosphere, if your ass is a sucky ass leader, you're a sucky ass fucking man. I'm not gonna follow you as a man because you can't do. Look, guys, I done been doing business shit with other guys before, and this motherfucker sucky ass leader start acting like I did, just like I just got done telling him about them jokers in the army. And the first thing we did was make sure we got enough rank to get ahead of them jokers and get to the point where they couldn't tell us to do. Because a man that can't lead don't need to be in fucking charge. Not of a woman, not of a man, not of a child.
What you talking about is bitch ass niggas? Now I'm known for saying that myself, that a bitch ass nigga is a synonym for a woman.
I'm not talking about poop.
No, I'm not talking about that. No, hear me out. We talking about the same thing now. A bitch ass nigga is a synonym for a woman. I've been saying that for a while. You a BAN and a woman is synonymous because a bitch ass nigga does have a lot of female behaviors.
I got a question
here. Dan was a band. He was a bitch ass nigga. So he did have a lot of feminine. He had a lot of feminine behavior. So I understand what you're saying by
all the niggas was fucking feminine, dog. That's like Hill. He got mad at your ass. You know what I'm saying? Remember when we was in doggone Iraq? He got
talking
mad
about that time I took my shirt off to fight that nigga. I took my jacket off to fight one of them niggas. I can't remember which one it was. I took my top.
Rico. It was Hill. Hill was talking shit over there, shaking like a bitch, because you said something about him fucking off on his wife with the old girl and all that shit. I ain't finna keep saying too many odd names, but you know what I'm saying? Hell, you did the shit. It's not like you was lying. So here's the deal: instead of him sitting there shaking, talking about some keep your name out of my mouth, he should have hit you in the mouth. That's what he should have did. You was already ready up. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Man shit. It's man shit.
I be wanting to fight.
Happening. I want to ask a question here. I got to ask a question here today. Because I see it in the manosphere, and I think it just happened a little while ago. Guys are trying to separate leadership from being a man, in my opinion, and that can't work. If you ain't a good leader, you're not going to be a good man.
If you're not a good leader, I agree. If you're not a good leader, you're not a good man. But I'm not going to call you feminine if you're not a good leader. So if you're not a good leader, you're a sorry man, but I'm just not gonna call you feminine because of that. I'm not separating man from leadership. I'm separating feminine from lack of leadership. Cause I don't think it has to coexist. I don't think every man that's a bad leader is just feminine. Some niggas just dumb. Some niggas can't lead well because they dumb.
Same thing.
Oh well, damn. Now this nigga misogynistic.
I'm not misogynistic, bro. I'm just saying some shit. I'm trolling right now. But the whole thing of it is, man, look, guys, I'm telling y'all guys out here right now, the women ain't really on no bullshit about some of this stuff, guys.
No, they don't. All of it ain't lies. It's lame ass niggas out here. It's weak ass niggas. It's broke ass niggas. It's loser ass niggas. It's bad leaders. Well, my whole point is a woman should never complain about a bad leader because that nigga should never be an option in her dating life. That's so.
No.
Yeah. Exactly. So why they always fucking these bad? If niggas bad leaders, it's an easy solution. Don't date them.
Here we go. Now we going somewhere that I think we all finna agree at. Because they not getting fucking tricked. They know better. That's now, guys. Don't think I'm just out here trying to do some shit. I'm trying to make y'all understand this shit right here. Them motherfuckers know better. They know better. Ain't nobody lied to them. Ain't nobody all this other good shit they be saying. Nigga trick me. All this shit. How?
How you get tricked by a nigga?
How did that?
First of all, y'all say y'all the most educated, the most degreed. Y'all got females' intuition. Now you getting tricked by a nigga read on the 7th grade level. How, Sway? How Ice Pick Jr. or Nug Nug trick you?
I'm telling you right now, how they didn't get tricked. They didn't get tricked, guys. That's the dude she wanted. That's why I keep telling guys, the leadership shit, all that stuff. That's why you have to set yourself aside from other motherfuckers, because that's really in our reality. That's what them motherfuckers did. The motherfucker they claim they got tricked by, all that motherfucker did was be a little bit more honest with them than everybody else, and that was it. And they saw leadership potential. They just saw potential.
Sometimes they don't see none. They just look at certain niggas and he make that coochie throb, and
most of it is off of
off who they want to
fuck. Women dating this shit goes directly right along with mating shit. Okay, they women, you got to have a certain amount of little traits that they want. That's why I keep trying to tell jokers, you know, the leadership thing, man, really, really matters a lot. And a lot of guys are not doing that.
It's the thing about leadership, guys. I need y'all to understand. Lead how you want to lead, not how that woman wants you to lead. Because if you only can lead when she agrees with the way you lead, she the leader and you not. Not saying she can't have a voice or an opinion, but if she only follow what she agree with, are you really leading? Because it's easy to follow what you agree with, but if a woman can follow you when she don't really understand exactly, but she just trusts that you have her in the family best interest in mind, that's when you fucking in a good relationship.
That's the problem. That's only gonna happen.
Yeah, because you gotta perform. You gotta show. You gotta show that you gotta have a good track record for that.
That's what I'm trying to say. If you ain't out here asserting yourself amongst men, your ass is gonna get lumped in with the rest of them. That's how women work, guys. They're not like us. Okay. Here go the whole deal. All right. They didn't decide to not follow, man. This is what a lot of guys. That's why I say women didn't decide to not follow. They tried it. Okay. It ain't been no decision. It ain't been no decision because they still asking your ass.
But the problem is though, in his defense, they want us to be leaders, but these new women really want to dictate how you lead. And that's why a lot of guys finding problems. They want you to lead with their brain.
You gotta
of course, yeah.
No.
But
that's what I'm trying to tell these guys right now. Okay, look. They will quit playing this fucking game with you, but you gonna have to assert who the fuck you are. That's why I got done just telling y'all a little while ago, man. Some reason in this world now, you got to assert who the fuck you are to people. Because people are so goddamn fake right now. And if you don't tell somebody who you is, they're not gonna fucking know. They're gonna put you in with these motherfuckers. It's not just women, guys. Y'all guys better get off this bullshit. Women. Really, here's the deal, guys. If your ass can't get a guy to follow you, you can't get no woman to follow you. If you can't get a man to think that you're consistent, you can't get a woman to think that. If you can't think a man to think you're intelligent, you can't get a woman to think that.
If men don't respect you properly, women not gonna really want you like that.
Say it again, nigga. Say it again.
And I ain't saying you gotta be the king of the city, but if you the kind of man where men don't never come to you for advice, men don't never ask you no questions, you have never counseled, led, lead, or trained a man. If you can't show some level of superiority or confidence or performance over other men, it don't even have to be all men. But at some point in time, periodically you got to show that in the world of men, you a man's men. You a man's man, and you a man amongst men. You
Hey,
have to
look,
show the woman you can be a man amongst men for her, for the little man in the boat to get to rocking. If you know what I'm saying.
look, homie. It's like some niggas talking about, you know what I'm saying, having a job, right? You go the whole deal with that, bro. Okay, check this out, right? When we was in the army, it was motherfuckers in there 10 years and stayed a specialist the whole time, doing what somebody else told them to do. All they had to do was make one more rank, one more, have some fucking power. Nope. And when you don't move up in your shit and nothing, you showing that you the bottom motherfucker. That's why they got motherfuckers walking around here 40 something talking about some, I got a job. I work at nigga, you work at a chicken plant. Nobody gives a fuck. You're not even a manager. You're not even one of the managers. You're still the fucking floor guy that everybody comes to do. Go about the pit. You one step above the damn janitor and you've been working there for 20 years. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. And that's what I'm trying to get guys to understand with this shit. They can sit around all they want to talking about women's opinions. It's really what men's opinion of you is going to be. Because if you can't get the opinion of if men can't see you nowhere as being a leader, you can fucking forget that shit with women. You can forget it. In your 20s, you might can get away with a little bit of it because they don't know.
It's the two ways you know you winning. If other men respect you, and also if other men hating on you. Because in my mind, hating is a byproduct of a certain level. It shows a certain level of respect. So if if men is hating on you, then you know you succeeding in life. And of course, the respect thing. But MS Best says modern women use leadership as a scapegoat against men. Leadership for them means let them do what they want. In case there are negative consequences, you got to be responsible. I agree with that.
I can agree.
A lot of times they like to say, y'all supposed to be the leader, y'all supposed to be the leader. Then when the shit happens, they want to come to a decision by committee in democracy. But if the shit go bad, the first thing you're gonna say is you the man, you the leader. Well, I'm from the school of with great power comes great responsibility. And responsibility without power is akin to slavery. So if I'm gonna take the fall and the consequences, if society, your family, your friends, my friends in the church gonna look at me as the fuck up when shit fail. If I gotta take all the blame, I wanna make the decision. I'm not gonna share the decision, but not share the blame. Now, if you're willing to share the blame, you can input on the decision. But most women ain't willing to share the blame.
That's why I don't let them make no decision.
Goddamn facts.
The whole thing is this thing right here, y'all. This little clusterfuck that y'all got going on now with this little gender war shit. One of the reasons why this is because women made a decision. Women had the Sexual Liberation Act in 1960, all this other shit. Matter of factly, guys, women couldn't have their own bank accounts and shit till 1978. 47 years ago. I just made 47 this year. I know it's that because I was born in 1978. 50 fucking years ago. In order for a woman to have a bank account, a man had to be on it, had to be one of her relatives. In order for her to get a loan for a car, a man had to be on it.
And they should have kept it that way because them hoes terrible with money and credit.
But no. See what's going on now is
well,
good.
It ain't good for us, but it's not good for them. Yeah, me either. I'm just saying, but yeah.
That's not our problem. They decided they wanted to be in that shit, and that's it. But that's why you got what you having now, because now they bringing the circle around. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they're asking you to really go back to what the fuck it really was. That's really
they want to go back to the good old days, but also they don't want the good old days stuff. Any woman that say I want a traditional man don't understand that traditional man will bat a bitch in the mouth. I'm not here supporting domestic violence, but they be like, y'all, my granddaddy didn't argue back and forth with women like that because he hit bitches in the mouth. When you hit bitches in the mouth, you don't have to do a bunch of arguing. Because the thing is, when a person come at you wrong, there's two things gonna happen. You're either gonna talk to them, tell them what the fuck up, or you're gonna show them what the fuck up. Back in the day, they told them what the fuck up. These days, we gotta tell them what the fuck up because of the laws and stuff and all that kind of thing. But a man shouldn't have to just walk off from disrespect. Disrespect should get addressed. Back in the day, they did it with hands. Now we do it with our mouth. But these women ain't happy. So back when we was using our hands to combat disrespect, it was wrong, which it was. But now that we're using our mouth to combat disrespect, they don't want us to, they literally want us to take the punch and shut the fuck up. They don't want you to punch back. They don't want you to curse back. They just want you to be a verbal punching bag.
It's not them now. It's not what they want. It's not about what they want. It's about this right here. You don't have to do any of that. See, that's why women say it. When they call guys sassy, I be understanding that to a degree. But here's the deal. I don't gotta argue with no bitch about nothing. Bitch, it's my money you want to spend.
They're talking about arguing when they disrespect you. I know you ain't letting no disrespect slide.
We're not getting to that point because here's the deal. I already understand what you want from me. And I'm already letting you know that if you run your fucking mouth the way that other people be doing, you're not getting there.
No, I don't see you. I don't see you cuss a lot of bitches out.
Hey, bitch get stupid and go over the, you know what I'm saying? You go over the doggone threshold.
And that's all I'm saying. See, they don't even want us to do that. They call you sassy if you cuss a bitch out that been clearly disrespectful. But back in, because they say our fathers didn't cuss bitch, didn't argue with women, didn't go off on women. And I'm saying, and they didn't because you don't have to do a lot of talking when you swinging knees.
And it wasn't even that either.
Oh, plus the women was better anyway. The women didn't even come at them like that, first of all. But when they did, it wasn't a lot of talking. But it wasn't a lot of trying to step up to men back then as much as now.
Because that's what I'm trying to tell guys about this shit. You got two kinds of women. You got a woman that wants to be a man, and you got women that want to be women. All right. The problem is that about a good 90-something% of these women want to be a fucking man. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care what they say.
Envy.
I don't care what they look. Yeah, they did. I first heard that word 20 years ago when I was in Germany. And guess what? You know what was saying it? The German guys. That's what I'm saying, guys. I done lived in other countries. Men, you might can leave this country and go talk to other women from other. The men from other countries is not going to put up with the shit that women here do. They are not. All that, you know what I'm saying? These are the American women, the most, I seen them be disrespectful and shit in other countries. Like, they started that damn war a couple of months back, or maybe a year or so back, between them and the overseas women, and overseas women was making videos and black girls making videos. I seen them do that in their own country. I seen them I've been in Germany and seen black women try to doggone down the women in that country. American women, you know what I'm saying? You can't down somebody in their hometown, and especially not when they look better than you. And then they try to put the damn pressure on by not talking to God that we didn't give a fuck. We're going right outside that gate. We fuck with them green-eyed, Spanish-looking bitches. That ain't you. Guys, the power is all in your hands. It's always been. It's always been, it's always gonna be. Because the woman is always gonna want you to take care of her. The woman always gonna get to the point of you taking care of her. If something goes bad, they're going to a man. They're bitching now. Men don't want to do this. Men are gonna know you told us to stop. It's not we don't want to do it. You said to stop. Did y'all see how women's decisions work? They said to stop. That shit backfired. Now they blaming you. You see how that shit work?
Are you firing up a line tonight? Cause I gotta get out of here in a minute. I gotta get ready for the gym. But if y'all haven't followed Go Hard or Go Home, please follow him. SUC. He has extreme opinions. Y'all gonna agree with him. Y'all gonna disagree with him. Some of the stuff might make sense. Some of the stuff might. Even the stuff that don't make sense, you still can see where he's coming from. And that's the key ingredient with me. Even when I don't agree with a person, long as I can understand why they saying and what they think that, and see the logic behind it, and see where it's coming from, that's all that matters. Because the thing about the world, people, we have to hear different shit. We can't be uncomfortable with different thought processes. We can't be uncomfortable with different opinions. So go over and follow him at Go Hard or Go Home. You see it is just like that. He do mostly pre-recorded content, but he definitely been doing live lately and then stepping up his live game.
Hit the live every now and again. And hey guys, hey look, hey my channel real leadership oriented now. I'll tell you all that. You know what I'm saying? Hey look, like I said, you can't pull them two things apart. The guy that can't lead, that nigga just ain't a man. You might not want to say he's feminine. I'm gonna tell you he's feminine. If you're not trying to become some type of leader, if you don't want to be in the front somewhere, you ain't got in the front. You ain't got no business calling yourself a man. You happy being at the bottom for the rest of your life, get your job and all your other good shit. You don't. So the guys that come to my channel, you gotta understand that if you're not a progressor, you're not a person that progresses, somebody that wants to be a leader. You know, I believe in a triangle, guys, like this. And the top of this triangle is men and women. The top group of men and women up there. And I believe that every guy belongs up there. Then I believe that up under there, you got another little cut where's the rest of women, and then up under them bitches is the rest of men. The ones that don't want to be leaders, the ones that don't want to that don't want to try to get ahead, the ones that want to assert themselves. They're beneath women. And until you understand that, guys, you got to understand it. You cannot even look like them. You can't. We out of here on this one, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wrap it up.
I got.
It was
Appreciate you
run.
coming through, man. Keeping the conversation interesting as you always do, and stirring up flames and thought provoking, because that's what it's all about. I hope everybody learned something. If you ain't learned anything, you gotta learn to agree to disagree, because that's part of being a man too. And that's where a lot of women fail, because agreeing to disagreeing ain't really their thing. They're gonna just get mad and cuss you out and get super emotional, and you know what I'm saying, it gets weird. You feel me? And that's why I like you see these YouTube arguments. They be foaming. Even if shit start getting intense, it ain't got to get there. You know.
Some of them, yeah. Look, guys, jokers. To deal with women, you will have to deal with emotion. And here's the deal: unless you become a leader, you are not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to.
Yeah, you got to be able to separate shit, and you learn that in leadership.
Yeah. You're gonna have to be able to do that. In my personal opinion, that's the majority. Most of these guys not learning how to separate their doggone feelings from shit. And you know, like earlier, you know, when I got asked a question about, like, you know, adopting them, what the females was thinking. No. He just said, I know this right here. If you're gonna deal with them, you better know what the hell. It's just like going fishing. You out there trying to catch bass, doggone catfish bait, you ain't getting that shit, bro. It ain't happening. But you better know what you're dealing with. You ain't gotta adopt their mentality, but you better know what it is. That's all I'm saying to you, MS Death. You better know what their mentality is, bro. You ain't gotta adopt it, but you better know.
Yeah.
And you better be able to tell them, hey look, bro, that shit right there, no. I might be this guy and this guy, but I'm not.
As any hunter, you have to know your prey. But at the same time, as any hunter, you gotta know your prey. But I'm from the school of wolves don't care about the thoughts or feelings of sheep. So you know your prey, but you don't really give a fuck what your meal thinking. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So
you just need to know what
you gotta know how to catch them. Yeah, you gotta know how to catch them. But a lot of guys sometimes get too much concern about what the sheep thinks instead of just knowing what they think. But it should be no adjustments. My thing is no adjustments to what they think. You make them adjust to you. The more a woman adjusts to you, then you adjust to her, the better the relationship's gonna be. Because if you adjust to her, she's not even gonna respect you like that. They say they want to do that's a good listen, follow, blah blah blah. they cheat on that dude.
Yeah.
And you pretty sure you got some of that going on in your life now, where a chick has adjusted to the woman, but
I done seen, like I told you about my cousin when we first started, and like I was telling you about this other girl I'm talking to now. Dude bought a goddamn Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? I be smashing for other bitch. It's like I know. I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Look, that's why I was saying asserting yourself will get you a long way. Okay, that nigga can buy you the Mercedes all he wants to, bitch. I got hard dick and bubble gum, and I'm fresh out of bubble gum. Always.
and on that note, we gonna get on up out of here because there ain't no bubble gum in the building.
All right.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Bet.
I'll holler at y'all
All right.
later, guys. All right, peace.
Type shit.